Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of the Christmas tournament, the Radiant Return Christmas tournament. I'm sorry. I swear I'm prepared. I know I went live a little late, or I mean, even just there was a bit of a delay with the intro, but I can assure you that we will be getting to our games as soon as possible. To start us off, I will be showing you guys a very well, it's relatively long, but I will say a set of highlights from week 1, and that should hold us over until the next game. So also I will be joined here by Brooke for the first game. If she Are you still here?
No, I died.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Brooke has unfortunately passed away, but still, her ghost will be joining me for the first game, and hopefully, if I hear back from Empty, she will probably join me for the second game tonight. And yes, as you can probably guess, there are 2 games tonight, and our matchups are. Oh my god, I'm a professional tournament organizer, guys. Anyway, our matches tonight will be between Zenith and Fallen Champions, in roughly 45 minutes, and Koi Crew versus Revenants at roughly 8:30 to 9 o'clock EST. So stay tuned for that, and please enjoy the music as well as the highlights. By 2 trusted members of the time zone community. Fallen Champions is Nori. Say hi to chat.
Hi, chat.
And Zenith's, I believe you go by Needles in game, but he was previously known as Yuki. So please say hi to chat.
What's up?
So yes, I'm just gonna call you Yuki because it's just more familiar. Yuki and Nori, you guys already know how this goes. First, we'll start with a game of chance. But this time, instead of a number selection, we're going to be flipping a coin. So, yeah, so that's how it's gonna be from week 2 onwards. No, I'm kidding. I'll do the numbers game here.
No, I'm fine
Anyway.
with the coin flip as
Wonderful.
long as Nori
Anyway,
is.
so Nori, please select a face.
Tails.
All right. Now to ask Google to
Yes, I'll
graciously
get it right.
flip a coin. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it
Not
is
the
heads.
Google
Therefore,
point flip.
Zenith will
Let's
get the first
go.
map ban. So, what would you like to ban first, my good sir?
We want to ban split first.
Okay, so split will not be in the series.
I hate that map.
praise every lord imaginable. There's no split for once in this tournament so far.
Oh my god, it's so
God.
beautiful.
Alright, Nori, what would FLC like to ban first?
Let me think about it.
Go
I'm
for it.
joking. We're Pearl. Fuck that.
Okay, Pearl. I ask that you do not use French on stream. I'm joking. No one cares about this stream.
Sorry.
Anyway, anyway, Yuki.
What's up?
Your team gets to select the first map. Please do so.
We went Fracture as our first pick.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fracture. Good start. Good start. Nori, what side would your team like to play on first?
I don't even know.
Okay.
What's good on that map? I don't know.
I heard it's attacker sided.
Okay, we'll start on defense then.
Okay, perfect. So FLC will start on defense on Fracture. Now, Nori, you now have the next selection for a map.
Lotus.
Okay, Lotus will be our second map. Why can't I find the button? Okay, Lotus will be our second map. And what side would Zenith like to start, Yuki?
Start attack.
Start attack. Okay, perfect. So no side switch in between maps. Now, Yuki, you get the second map then.
Alright.
It's between Abyss, Bind, and Haven.
Ban Abyss.
Okay, Abyss will be the second map ban for Zenith. Nori, what would your team like to ban second?
Ban Bind.
Okay, Bind will be banned. That means the series will end with a Haven game. So we'll decide on sides if we get to the third map. But for now, best of luck to you both, and hopefully, chat, we will be beginning our match very soon. So stay tuned and enjoy the music.
Okay.
Alright, and we will now begin our first match of the night. We have... Why did I put main new, honestly? Here you go. We have Zenith versus Fallen Champions as our first game. The second to last match in Group B. I would like to personally welcome Brooke once again onto the desk. How you doing?
I am okay.
Very good.
Pretty good. I'm very happy to be here, but I didn't sleep much last night, so I may
was
be a
gonna
little bit
say,
silly.
considering you woke up 2 hours ago, you seem pretty chipper. You seem pretty excited. So what are we thinking about these team comps here? I see 2 deadlocks.
Well, it's interesting. They haven't locked in yet, but if they do go deadlock, honestly, I haven't seen a lot of Fracture gameplay besides what we've done in the tournament, so I don't know how exactly she plays into the meta on this map. I know Breach is generally pretty good. You've seen a lot of Breach play in Pro League. I'm surprised we're not seeing... I saw that Yoru get hovered. Yoru is quite good on this map just because there's so many places that you can teleport to, so much mobility with all the lanes on this map. The Clove pick is interesting. They're going double smokes, so I'm assuming the plan here is to do something similar to what we've seen in the last couple maps with Rewind. Just kind of running in and then getting some kills.
Rewind's definitely more interested in being on the aggressive, considering we have more of a standard Astra Viper comp. Astra Viper is quite common for this map.
I think that's what we played as well when we were scrimming this map.
That's true, and actually, like a fair bit of teams actually ran Astra Viper. I did see some Omen Viper comps like a while ago, but that was like in the early stages of the map. But for the Clove pick here, actually, we're seeing Clove for I think the first time on this map. So I'm really interested to see how Clove is going to fill in the gap that is like created by not having an Astra. Really, you have the smokes, but you don't really have all the other utilities. So
I'm just
definitely
surprised there's
seeing.
no KJ.
Yeah, that's true. No KJ on either side, but really Viper on this map is. Teams often opt to run Viper rather than a Sentinel. Still though, we do have deadlocks on either side, and I'm ready to see some interesting utility usage for sure.
There's so many powerful places to put a KJ lockdown on this map. I'm really surprised that she's not being used here. It's going to be interesting to see how some of these ults pan out with site takes.
I was gonna say as well, does the aftershock still destroy the
No, it does
lockdown?
not.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely an opportunity there. But since this map hasn't been played in a while by either team, ready to see some interesting plays. Kienzo starting us off with 1 elimination now at 10 HP, looking to clear out this site. Cantario in the meantime actually picking up Bedtime Turtle. Rewind with 1 of their own, and we're already in a 4v3 situation in favor of FLC. Kienz is so dangerously low, and Studdy's actually taking quite a bit of damage. Needle's the only one healthy among the 3. Mad Life with 1 onto Studdies. Kienz claps back with another. And it's just Rewind up close and personal to these players. Second onto Kienz. And the stun coming through from Needles. Needles up close, grabbing 1 onto Nori. But it seems a little bit of a connection issue, as Rewind will pick up the 3rd, as well as the first round for FLC.
Not easy night for you, man.
Oh, that's why it didn't work. I was trying to switch the observer cam, and I actually bound it to my mouse buttons, and I don't have that on this mouse. So I was pushing them, and it doesn't work. All right, there we go. Now I can see better what's happening.
Okay,
that was an interesting round. Didn't really expect the DC there, or whatever it was that happened.
Might have just been a little bit of lag. They didn't really call it tech pause, so I would assume
They
it's just a bit of a
didn't.
stutter. Cantario right off the bat with this out. Law up close and personal again. Fault line though will prevent any picks with the sniper. Jordan on the other side though, picking up 1, opening up the site for Zenith. Still though, Rewind with the Spectre is ready to play spoiler. Now in a 3v3 situation.
That Outlaw's going to be a dangerous tool to have on the site here, especially against a no armor buy. With classics, they're going to be very careful how they play this if they want to have any hope of doing some damage on this buy round.
Almost, but not quite. Cantario will shut that down immediately. And it's all up to Bedtime Turtle with a measly 35 health to...
And all the way on the other side of the map with that.
Yeah, no, the spike is still on site. So he really can't even go for the money. He has to go for kills here.
He can catch Viper looking the wrong way here, or even Kentario. This could be huge. They're all looking towards Arcade right now.
Enemy down.
Well, cover's blown. Madlife is on the case. The headshot though from Bedtime Turtle, the
30
flick,
seconds left.
and the orb to guarantee safe passage. Actually, not quite. Atheli will shut that down. Bedtime Turtle will not be able to clutch, unfortunately.
That was some amazing damage, though. I mean, they lost all of their buy round there. That's going into the bonus round. It's gonna be very hard. It's almost a guaranteed win here, going up against rifles. There's really not much can be done with just one Spectre and some classics. But it looks like they are going to invest some of their money. Interesting decision. They really didn't have that much left after that bonus round. It's surprising to see them purchase all of these half-buy weapons.
Yeah, they really wanna force the issue here. Actually, Rewind immediately up in Jordan's face. The Stinger betraying him for the time being will actually finally grab the elimination. Atheli's up next to Bat, but Needles and Bedtime Turtle in the back will pick them off. Kentario though making sure to avenge the fallen comrade. And now we're in a 4v3 situation. Madlife up next. Kienz though will come out on top in that engagement. Numbers now equalize. Honestly, the thing that they need to worry about the most is Bedtime Turtle up in the smoke. One body shot. Actually, should have followed up with further spray, but that's unfortunately the benefit that we have over them with X-ray. And Studies will pick off a spamming Kentario, and it's just all up to Nori with this Bulldog. That's what I truly enjoy, making people prepare for maps that they're not prepared for. Because it usually under pressure is when these players shine the brightest. But now we see an opening from Zenith that's a little bit quick. Rewind smoke will inevitably put a halt for that for now. But Kentario in the back actually picking up Bedtime Turtle and getting away with his life. Only taking a little bit of damage. Madlife as well, actually on a bit on the worse end of that engagement. Rewind though has the opportunity to pounce on these two players on the other side. The deadlock sound sensor whirring near the wire, but they won't even get close enough. Misses the opportunity on Jordan. Still though, FLC are up 1.
We're stuck in looks like a 5v4 here, but two players are quite low on HP. Definitely something could be capitalized off here to further even out the numbers a little bit.
As long as they play safe, that shouldn't be much of an issue.
30 seconds left.
It's going to be hard to take these fights, though, just with their buy looking as weak as it is. Really only one rifle to be found on the side of FLC.
See Needles already setting up for this take. Kentario has the Sheriff at the ready. Kienz popping his head up and actually picking off the jet. And now it's go time. Zenith need to funnel into this site. Atheli will get 1 and 2. Kienz though in the meantime picking up 1 of his own, and Rewind will actually close us out. And a thrifty for FLC. We doubted them. We doubted the weaker buy, but they made it work.
Don't be spending too many brain cells figuring them out.
I will say it was definitely off of Kentario's unexpected flank. That really just put them at a disadvantage and actually forced them to take their time.
That's really the name of the game on this map. There's just too many sight lines, too many rotate opportunities, the zip lines, the underpass tunnel. It's such a map that really makes you think, where could my opponents be? Are they behind me right now? Are they in front of me? And it really makes a player paranoid. Just playing on this map in general.
Yeah, especially with the insidiousness of Viper players. But really, all we're seeing so far is the jet flanking. Needles around this corner, but he's not ready for Kentario, who will actually grab a second. Madlife will pick up 1 as well. Studies will stop the rampaging jet. But the damage is already done once again. Now Rewind is up next. He is closing the gap very rapidly between these attackers and the B side. But really, what more is there to be done from the side of Zenith? They do have a rifle on Kien's and a Guardian on Studies. But really, the only person we know who's skilled with the Guardian so far is Antagonist. It's a good smoke from Rewind, still around this corner, waiting for absolutely any sort of presence. The end will be first, and the spray is actually good. Rewind again, closing off the round with the 2K.
And with the timeout coming from Zenith, currently down 3 rounds, they really need to figure out what they can do to make this map work for them. So far, nothing that they've tried seems to really be catching onto FLC's defense here.
Yeah, they really just, you know, they're doing the right thing. They're taking their time. They're approaching it from both sides. But I mean, you know, what more is there to be done when you have, you know, people like Cantario who are willing to just go all the way in the back and just stab you where it hurts. And then you have Rewind as well to pick up the pieces off of you know, Cantario's potential just pick or two. And you know, those two powerhouses alone make this defense just so tough to crack. And that's not even mentioning for the millionth time that, you know, not a lot of these teams have played a lot of Fracture. Fracture has been out of the map pool for quite a while actually.
This is going to be our first full buy rifle round on both sides, I believe, actually, just considering how strange the economy has been so far this half.
I know Zenith actually picking up rifles this time. Okay, we see an opening play from Kien's. Already contesting the Viper one way once again. Cosmic Divide invested. And Jordan on the other side picking up Cantario.
Cantario went for that lurk, but it really just didn't play out for him this time as they were expecting him. Will this be the round that Zenith finally figures out how to crack Fallen Champion's defense here?
Target down. No peeking.
Seems to be the case. Jordan though,
No peeking.
keeping it competitive with one.
Territory.
And both Annihilations invested, actually trying to angle it towards the spike. Jordan will be forced to jump down, hit the sound sensor, the stun going through, and Sinwar will actually be caught by the tether in the last second. And a second round on the board for
One of
Zenith.
us had to fall.
And I think really what won that round for Zenith was just shutting down that lurk so early in the round, giving them so much space to work with. Really getting rid of that paranoia and allowing them to commit to taking the site. It's definitely something they need to continue to do into the next rounds if they want to try to get some more on the board.
And it looked kind of scary when FLC actually poured into the site and grabbed two, but really the insurance policy with Jordan there, honestly, probably the MVP that round. Considering the risk he took, getting stunned and still landing the Annihilation.
And Zenith's economy was looking a little weak last round. They are going to be having one player with a half buy versus full rifles.
Unfortunately, Kien's
getting spammed out there a little bit through the smoke. It's going to make it very hard to take this tower on the B site.
Okay, Nori. 2 on the round so far. Enemy deadlock eliminated. Actually expecting a different angle.
They really need to rotate here as all the players have now rotated over to the B side for the defenders.
Bedtime Turtle will get caught as well. Needles though, stopping the potential 4K. And Rewind will eat that flash in its entirety, and it's in the full brunt.
Drop in a smoke. Right here.
Last player standing.
And
Great
the
shots
Rolling
from
Thunder
Needles
invested, but Rewind in a terrific angle to clutch the 1v2. What was that? The Rolling Thunder just barely missed him. You know, in the indicator when there's a little bit of space and forward. was a gorgeous
He,
play.
he dodged that like Neo from the Matrix.
Didn't even move. He just moved. He just kind of
Just bent his back backwards like a contortionist and dodged the breach ult there. Absolutely insane.
And one thing I do appreciate from Zenith is the respect given to Rewind, especially with how he's been this tournament so far.
Looks like another weak buy for Zenith going into this next round against the full buy for FLC. It's going to be a difficult round here if they really want to make any kind of impact at all. Maybe try to get some of these rifles off the board, try to do a little bit of damage to the economy.
Okay, and Rewind's already killing people again. 3 of the Zenith players are already down, and he's looking for more. Zenith's needles though will pick up Rewind eventually. Cantario with the quick peek as well. And now it's all up to Jordan from the other side. I don't think they heard him drop. Mad Life's reloading. Oh, and unfortunately
Narrowly
for Jordan,
escapes.
taking a lot of damage. Regen shield though giving him a little bit of a chance. But Mad Life does not appreciate Jordan's life. So that's a 6 for FLC.
There are quite a few ults on both sides going to this next round. We have another breach ult, but this time on the defending side, as well as another annihilation, jet knives. There's an Astro Wall on our attacker side, as well as a Viper Pit. They may try to make use of these ults to maybe get some more rounds on the board.
I'm so much of
They're
a
sorely
nerd.
needing it.
I'm so much of a nerd. I know all these ultimates except for Clove's ultimate. I actually have to. I'm pretty sure it's called Comeback Kid, or not. Or actually, it might be not dead yet. I'm not entirely sure.
I think it's not dead yet.
Yeah, but I know all these ultimates by name.
I just don't want to sound like a nerd, so I'm not going to call them by name, even if I know them.
Yeah, no, that's my job. Alright. Again, Kienza and Atheli, a tale as old as time, engaging behind this one-way smoke. Atheli, though, not popping it just yet.
They've managed to pull all 4 players towards the A side, while the bomb is most definitely heading towards B. This could be a very, very, very impactful round here for them if they're able to pick off Schwano. I can't even remember how to say that. Sonwa. I'm not French, man. I don't. Nori.
Oh, and a bit of a premature peek. Now getting spammed behind the box, and the face of 3 players will fall. And the site is Zenith's. Still, though, you mentioned the breach ult, a potential retake tool here. And
they do pop the Viper Pit as well.
That's true. Oh, needles. Close in person, picking out FLC's Star Fragger. Still, though, they have Cantario still up and running, and the stun will come through from Jordan's deadlock trap. We'll pick one off the studies, a bit of a consolation prize, a second onto Kien's, and despite the Rolling Thunder invested, all these players immediately collapsing on an attempt at a retake. Fortunately for Cantario, though, he will be able to take his gun into next round, unless Needles has something to say about it, and he didn't. FLC will concede a 3rd round, but honestly, Zenith, considering they managed their utility well, deserved.
So far, this is looking like a bit of a trade of blows here, and the ultimates have not been as impactful as we may have thought they would have been. As it seems like every time they invested, it's not necessarily changed the tide as decisively as one would have thought.
It's true, and we already see the flash towards Satellite once again in this round. FLC are still trying to be as aggressive as humanly possible. They don't want Zenith to get an inch, and Atheli again picking off studies behind this one-way. All reliable.
And Cantario gets picked up by Jordan again on this Satellite.
I got spike.
But Madleaf is here with him, potentially to capitalize on the trade, but he's actually going to back off, heading back towards the A site.
It seems like the first 30 seconds of every round play out the same way. We have Atheli fighting Kien's, and then we have Jordan fighting Madlife and Cantario. But instead of following through to the other side of the map, Jordan will join the rest of his team. Needles on the lurk of the century, actually barely managing to win that fight onto Rewind, taking a smattering of damage from Nori.
Spike planted.
Fortunately for him, the regen shield will come up, allowing him to take an additional body shot.
Blocking movement. You are divided.
And the Cosmic Divide's invested, making it incredibly difficult for the defenders as well. We see Bedtime Turtle though on the aggressive. And Nori and Natheli actually popping up, opening up the site, grabbing 2 eliminations, but Kien's as good a duelist as any, picking up 2. And the 4th round will be secured for Zenith.
And that's 2 rounds on the board for Zenith, but at the cost of their ults. I guess I can take back what I said earlier about the ults not being too impactful. It seems like they've been able to use them a little bit more. I guess I should say the defense side has not had too much impact with their ults.
I will say
as the
yes.
attackers have managed to capitalize off of it.
For every bit of firepower that Zenith is lacking currently, they are definitely managing their utility perfectly.
Go, go, go. Got him.
Wow, what a shot onto Jordan from Gantario's Blade Storm.
Vitario said no more.
Oh, and again onto Kien's. Actually, he wants this round. He's taking it into his own hands. The dash even popped a bit premature, expecting another engagement. And Needles hearing Rewind's Clove. But oh my goodness. Nori and Needles are in exactly mirrored positions. They don't know where the other is. Nori is still in a perfect spot, even though Needles has a great lurk on this other side. And as soon as Nori hears a smoke, Gantario across the map actually picking up a 3rd. Will he look for a 4th? No, Mad Life will deny it. And the Nori will actually opt to join their team on the other side where the spike is. Needles, though, going on a little bit of a hike.
Blocking vision.
Going on the journey to the west here with his Sun Wukong Vandal. Will
30
he make it in
seconds
time?
Unfortunately, hitting Nori in the shoulder. And the peak is coming right now.
And what can you really do with 4 people just staring you in the face like that? It's,
especially when
Last
2 of
round
those
is
4
the
people are Gantario.
Rewind. I would just like to say, as an important notice here, upgrade your Vandal skins, guys, please.
Hey, I mean, maybe it's a stylistic choice from Needles, or Needles specifically wanted the casters to note the basic
Or
the plainness of the Vandal, specifically to make one of us angry. But I digress.
perhaps Needles purchased it in the shop a mere 30 seconds before the round started on the very first round of the game. That is also a possibility.
Honestly, I'm gonna laugh really hard if we interview him later on and he tells us that that's true. But yes, again, Kien's and Atheli's 1v1. We're ready to see it. Atheli with the jiggle peek. Seeing 3 players immediately backing up, a good call. But Needles actually with a bit of a good...
Spike planted.
Oh, the tether onto Rewind actually
Rewind.
lands and Atheli is distracted. Still though, losing...
Last player standing.
Oh, wow. Nori actually wondering where her entire team went. As Zenith will clean up. And, well, honestly, a great conclusion to the half. Unless Nori can pull off something incredible, that will not be the case this time. 7-5 at the half.
Flawless round for Zenith.
Switching sides.
Definitely a good way to end the half. I'm sure the morale has to be quite high for Zenith after taking back quite a few rounds there. After not a great start at the beginning of the half.
Absolutely. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be a person to lie. I don't like lying to players' faces. So can someone confirm in chat if Fracture is actually attacker side?
Fracture?
Is it attacker sided?
I
really want to
usually
believe it's attacker.
to be.
I really want to
It is
believe it's
considered to
attacker
be, I
sided.
believe.
Yeah, considering
the
all
same
the
reason as-
avenues of entry, you know.
Yeah.
But Kien
but
is already
FLC
up close. I'm sorry, take it from here. Brooke?
I'm here. I'm here.
Alright.
Sorry, there was somebody at my house. I needed to.
Oh, fair enough. All right, well, we
And
already
that's
see... Sorry. again.
rewind. Rewind's doing rewind things again. Up in their face with a classic, but it fails him this time, unfortunately.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
And we've got Nori and Bedtime Turtle here in a 1v1.
Spike planted.
Oh, okay, bedtime turtle. 27 HP. And the 6th round actually for Zenith at the same time.
Now, what's going to be really interesting to see is, will Zenith be able to do what Fallen Champions did at the beginning of the first half and really flip what's considered to be a attacker-sided map into a defender-sided map, just with all the sheer amount of flanking and map control that they have? It's really risky though, because if one of your players gets picked off, that's a whole avenue that's left open. But it also sets up for some very interesting plays.
Considering the Astra as well, there's just way more map control on the inside. Studies gets up close and personal, and Needle's actually picking up 2, immediately making these bulldogs sing like phantoms, as a great friend of mine once said.
One enemy
And
remaining.
Studies actually picking up a 2nd for himself. Actually aiming to push the issue here, as Nori cowers in the corner with the spike. But in my opinion, this round is done and dusted. And the defenders win the bonus, or I guess the anti-eco round.
It's definitely looking a lot better than the first half, just economically, as winning both the pistol round and the anti-eco round definitely sets them up with a bit more of an advantage than was previously seen on the other half. This might end up going a bit strangely, as much as I hate to say that, because there are still 2 wild cards on the field here. Just looking at the leaderboard right now, we actually have Kentario and Rewind almost tied here, both with almost twice the eliminations of the rest of their team. It remains to be seen if they can manage to carry that through and continue to just win gunfights, or if Zenith will shut them down with their utility.
All things considered, though, Zenith, there is still a chance for Zenith to invest a lot more resources into actually dealing with these 2 players, allowing the rest of FLC, who have also proven quite impactful this game so far, to sneakily make a play. Notably, Efeli in the side hold actually grabbing 3 as they funnel, taking advantage of the lack of time and the urgency felt. Still though, there, you know, we can't count out the rest of the team based on KD, and that's no, no
not
insult
at all.
to you at all, no insult to anyone. But you know my style. I like to root for the underdog. Bit more comfortable with the rifles here. Studies actually opting to jump down the wire. Kentario actually, what a great set of headshots actually. Seeing Studies' shoulder. And Nori actually on the other side of the map picking up Bedtime Turtle. That's already 2 eliminations for FLC. It seems that their morale was boosted somehow during that bit of a timeout we had there. Kien's actually picking up Kentario, but the other Titan, Rewind, disposing of the Neon. Needles in the meantime picking up 1 for himself as well as a rifle, and it's just a 3v2. But we see that Nori is in a great position to pick off Jordan,
No escape.
and without his teammates' help, will actually grab the grab net will land, and the spray almost works in his favor. But it's just Rewind, and it's just Rewind as well as the Viper on the side. Needles though will pick off their top fragger for now. Ateli though, like I said, always in a great position to capitalize, to pick up the pieces where Rewind leaves off.
We certainly can't count out Needles either, as we've seen some beautiful shots from Needles throughout the game so far.
Needle's actually the top performer on Zenith right now. Of course it would be the... For some reason, every time someone plays Astra, they're just the absolute best in the lobby. Like, there's no question.
Heading
They
to
have
the
the
above.
biggest brain, they have the the best aim,
I am
among
with you.
other things
We are
that I will not
strong.
elaborate on because I don't want to be banned off Twitch. But yes, round 16. Kentario again trying to fight studies behind this angle, not jumping down the wire this time. Fault line being queued. Great bit of stuns there. Needles up close and personal once again. Rewind is actually taking so much damage. Not expecting this up close angle. The spam coming through. Needles actually grabbing 3. And
What did I just say about Needles? Beautiful shots there.
yeah, no, you're
Really
absolutely
can't count
right.
this man out.
It just can't. It's just impossible to unpack this arcade position on this map for the side of Zero. Nori though triggering the sensor. Jordan immediately capitalizing off the new information, and it's all up to Atheli. Quite healthy, quite a bit of utility. Up close against this Viper, but Bedtime Turtle will actually land the headshot, taking a bit of damage in the meantime. But we equalize at 8-8.
Just looking at how these rounds have been going, it's really has been just a trade-off of blows here between the two teams. But going into this next round, there's going to be a very, very weak buy on the side of FLC. We've seen them turn around a weak buy before, but this is looking like it's going to be all classics here. Potentially a couple sheriffs on the field versus a full rifle buy round. This really could be the round that Zenith kind of stops their momentum here.
They need some sort. FLC for sure needs some sort of heroic play. Although Rewind taking a bit of damage through that smoke is a little encouraging. Still though, the Not Dead Yet will come into play. Maybe not invested on the eco, and unfortunately Studies will pick off the lurker. Cosmic Divide also invested on an eco. Interesting. Deadlock wall is still up. They have a lot of time to wait it out. It's gone. And actually, just noticing that, yeah, no, I had mistakenly interpreted the Viper as the Cosmic Divide, but will buy Zenith a bit of time. Jordan, though, hearing the shots now, has enough information sufficient to capitalize off of these mispositioned players, and the third elimination will go his way as well as the 9th.
But most importantly, Jordan does manage to take the Arcane Sheriff from the clutches of his foes.
Procuring the skin, the most important part of the game.
Might see a little bit more of a cautious play from the side of Fallen Champions, potentially.
Now that we're back in the game, we will have... I do want to apologize to chat. I'm definitely gonna try to be more smart about running ads, because it's just automatically running ads mid game. I will try my best to queue them as much as possible during the break, so that way you don't miss as much content as possible. Alright, Kien's already starting us off with one elimination onto Mad Life. The stun is so good here. Second one onto Mario, and the rest of these players are still stunned. Third going this way, but Needles will claim the last. And a flawless round for Zenith.
I hate to say this, but that really couldn't have gone worse on the side of Fallen Champions there. They really needed to win that round just with how much of an advantage Zenith has on their eco. And really none of the ults were invested whatsoever. I don't know if that was out of fear of the deadlock annihilation there to counter the Viper ult, or what was really the call made by their IGL. But it's going to be a very weak buy going into this next round, and they're actually going to force up to buy a couple of Guardians. Looks like we have a couple of rifles as well, a Bulldog. This really is going to be the make it or break it round here for Fallen Champions.
Again, the wall already invested early on. Since they have a lot of time, though, they really can just wait for this. And that wall from Bedtime Turtle is so mean on the defending side.
Oh yeah, it's the one that makes you cross it multiple times, so that by the time you're actually peeking, your shield is pretty much gone.
Not to mention, it basically completely covers them. It covers them to flank from behind. Very aggressive.
And we have, looks like Nori is actually going to be heading over to Dish side, potentially for a flank here. But Athlete is watching. She may get caught.
Victoria's already spotted a first engagement here, and the stuns on stuns. Kienza and Bedtime Turtle will pick up one each. The flanker actually now gone. Disaster has struck for the side of FLC.
And FLC really not too keen to pop that Viper ult given the Deadlock ultimate on the enemy team
30
here. They're
seconds
just gonna
left.
like to wait it out, it seems.
They really just want to grab any sort of opening they possibly can manage. The pick onto Kienz goes through, but really it's all up to Atheli. The flashpoint is right in their face, and even if they didn't lose to Needles there, the Aftershock definitely would have taken care of it. Now in a 3-round deficit, slowly approaching the end of the first map in week 2. We really, honestly, I'm just gonna say it. We really need to see something from FLC here.
Just such a broken buy as well on their side. They have 4 ultimates to work with. Could potentially do something here, but the opponent has also gotten a lot of their utility available now.
Really, what it is like, do you want to invest that much with this little weaponry, with this little firepower?
I don't think they have a choice.
Not
It's their
everyone
8
is
and
at
11.
full strength. You have a sheriff and the guardian, and the rest of your players like also have pistols. It's so scuffed.
And they've been sitting on these ults for quite a few rounds now. It's just the question is, when are they waiting to use them? Is the opportunity they're waiting for not going to come before the game gets closed out here?
Everyone trying to pick a drop here to bait out for Atheli.
Spike
Unfortunately,
down A.
not quite working out. Bedtime Turtle will quickly capitalize on the noise.
I got the spike.
And that Viper's pit really could have been an equalizer there with those close range fights it allows, but Atheli's been removed from the playing field.
And the stun is good onto the top side, but they really don't see anyone. The Annihilation coming through, actually picking up the breach of Mad Life. Jordan will be waiting for his Rise catch to go all the way through. Rewind though, picking off Jordan as Kentario will fall.
Spike planted.
And the Study's actually expecting a bit of a closer plant than normal, flashing to clear this corner. Kienz, though, on the other side, is in a great position to backstab this side player and actually spotting her somehow. Spamming through. And it's just all up to Rewind, grabbing one. Studies still has a flashpoint, actually using that to attempt a peek here. And really just the Aftershock remaining. Also invested, forced to drop. Rewind here has the opportunity to clutch for his team, but Studies will actually pick it up, leaving himself on 46 health and just ample time to defuse.
And just given the nature that they've continued to force buy for a while, this is going to be their first full buy round. Maybe this is what they were saving the rifles for. Well, not quite a full buy. We do have a little bit of a mixed buy here. Gotta wonder how much util they're gonna have going into this round.
But really, right now it's all for nothing. They have to win this. They have to win this round. They have to break the enemy's economy, and they have to make it to 12. It's literally do or die for the first point.
And they're really gambling on that with how many rounds they've saved these ults for. This is going to be the round to use them, and.
We already see one ultimate invested from the side of Zenith. Kentario and Mad Life not afraid, ready to venture into this Viper's pit, into Bedtime Turtle's domain. Actually will make it relatively safe across. Deadlock Wall will actually cover up sand. Cosmic Divide invested towards the top side, and really we can see Needles up close and personal. See, Nori will actually save Rewind's life as they smoke, and Jordan actually picking up 2. Running out of bullets, can they punish? Yes, they can. The stun is good, but not good enough. Nori will actually equalize the numbers, grabbing 2. And now it's up to Kienz and the rest of Zenith's players to clutch out this round, picking one up onto Kentario. Studies will follow soon after, and the overdrive is invested. The flash will come through, and Nori is in a world of hurt. And the first map will go the way of Zenith in this series.
And all 4 ults are still on the board at the end of the game.
Absolutely. Now, after a short break, we will move on to our next map. FLC versus Zenith once again. No side switches this time. And again, we see the clove out of Rewind again, seeming like, you know, it's probably the best agent for him to be able to play controller for the team, but also have the most impact in terms of you know, being aggressive, fragging to his heart's content. And honestly, it's very interesting to see. What are we thinking here?
I mean, speaking of Rewind on Clove on Lotus, we've seen some pretty amazing plays from him on this map specifically, and just considering how the last map went, they really need to capitalize on that, on their mastery of this map, and really take this one home so we can get to a potential third map here.
This team comp is definitely more comfortable for FLC. Zenith at the on the flip side, we see Bedtime Turtle on the Clove as well. You know, both these controller players definitely forces to be reckoned with in this game. I honestly, I'm really excited. Even though a lot of people would talk about how duelists are cool and exciting, we know Kienz and Kantario are good at the game, but really I just want to see Rewind and Bedtime Turtle duke it out on the same agent.
We also got Needles here on the Omen, as well as it looks like we have a tether nade combo on both sides. And then they're actually going to have a difference here in their Sentinels. One's opting for a Killjoy, one's opting for a Cypher. Who do you think is the better pick on this map between the two there?
Honestly, I really like Cypher on this map because you generally have a lot more presence. With KJ is great because, you know, there's always the ult potential, right? Most lockdowns will cover like at least 85 to 90% of each site. But really it's defense where Killjoy struggles. That's where Cypher shines, I feel. Because a lot of Cypher players on this map have incredible aim.
And also just Cypher doesn't really need to be in an area for his utility to work. He can really spread his stuff out throughout the map, which is essential on a 3-bomb site map like this.
That's true. But honestly, to make up for it, FLC are on the aggressive already. Bedtime Turtle is up close. Kantario will be caught with his knife out. And Mad Life will opt to pop the door, actually. Tether invested out of here. And Jordan actually on the other side of the map picking up 2.
One enemy remaining.
Just one enemy remaining for the side of FLC. It's all up to Atheli. This Killjoy on the site. All the utils is cleared. They're actually surrounding them from all sides. And Needles needs to reload, but the right click will not go their way.
Zenith picks up the first round on the new map. What are we expecting to see here going into the anti-eco round? Do you think we're going to see a death ball run towards B? What do you think FLC is going to be trying to do here to maybe do some damage on this anti-eco?
Based on what I'm seeing on this map here, you know, on this mini map here, we don't really see a lot of bunching up. I will say though, for sure, Zenith are definitely interested in pressing the issue towards A. The nade and stun will come through. Kantario actually caught by the haunt, and actually Needles in a great position here, actually unchecked. Nori will fall shortly after, and Madlife is next up to the plate, and unfortunately will be overwhelmed by the utility. And Rewind only with the class, the close and personal right clicks Needles. The overheal will keep him alive for now. The reload will also come through, but Kien's barreling through the door. We'll take him out. It's all up to Atheli once again with 18 health and a bit of a dream. Studies though will wake her up.
It really looks like they tried to play a bit too normally there for their buy with those pistols. Just holding the bomb sites, placing down the utility, definitely an interesting choice. But this will be going to a full buy on for FLC here, going against an anti-eco again. Potentially could do a lot of damage here with these weaker weapons on Zenith's side.
Zenith definitely opting to bonus here. Needles, you know, funnily enough, keeping the sheriff, you know, cocky going into this round a little bit almost. But, you know, the utility will go through, the stun will go through, and Kantario finally with his trusty Phantom in hand, picking off his counterpart, he ends. And signs of life, luckily it's pretty early on into the game, so really not too much concern. But with Studies getting a pick, well, we're now equalized. Rewind though with a nice shot across the map onto the Clove counterpart, funnily enough. We were just mentioning how we just wanted those two players to play. Paranoia will coming through. It's good from Needles. Atheli though actually jumping the gun a little bit. Jordan though on the other side will pick off the overextended player. And Studies with the spam onto Rewind. He's so darn low. Cantario from the other side of the map. The savior grabbing 2 more eliminations. And FLC are on the board.
And really an expected win there for it, Fallen Champions. Would have been quite devastating had they not won that, but they did manage to pull it through, and we're not going to see a repeat of the last map, thankfully.
Honestly, we're not. Listen, we're not gonna attempt to like kind of skew the comms in Fallen Champions' favor. Really, you do you. You do you. The person rooting for the person that's behind is my thing, regardless of the team. So far, though, we see Zenith's performance is actually like it looks completely different compared to the rest of the tournament, especially if Needles keeps hitting shots like that.
Needles been hitting some insane shots.
Actually proving to be a bit of a problem that Kienz will quickly solve. And well, you know, lo and behold, as the dust settles, we are now in a 2v5 situation, and Jordan, actually spotted by Rewind around the corner, will unfortunately fall. But Bedtime Turtle is next up, and will Rewind expect this one? Actually, no. Phantom better in that situation. It's just Atheli with the Bulldog. Close to Bedtime Turtle. Picking up the pace. But Bedtime Turtle will unfortunately catch the Killjoy. And third round the way of Zenith. Very good so far.
Excellent showing from Zenith here. Definitely something has improved here. I don't know if it's the coaching, I don't know if it's just the mental on the players, maybe it's the time that they're playing at, but just an absolutely different, as you said, different performance here being shown by Zenith from the previous games. Almost dominant here going against Fallen Champions. Even with 2 powerhouses on the team, Zenith is managing to shut them down so far.
And it's like these fades are on the exact same wavelength. Nori, bit of a warning shot onto Needles here. And the tether will be invested as well to stall out Needles just a little bit longer, but they don't. I think Cantario has a bit of an idea where Kienz is, considering he always plays there. And wow, another great shot following up from Nori. Needles is so dangerously low.
You could sneeze on Needles and I think he would be eliminated right here. Just how low he is. Really needs to play this safely.
We definitely have 2 players that are a little worse for wear so far. But really, how will Atheli fare against this 4-man push? The turret will actually finish the job onto Needles. But now they're tasked with dealing with all these full HP players, and everyone else on the team will finally come to Atheli's aid. A rifle now claimed. Kienz will pick up one showstopper pop, and the Rosa ult finally add that to the counter. I think it's 11 so far. Kienz though also picking up Mad Life and Atheli at the same time, and now realizing that there are some people in flank, the Nightfall will be invested from Zenith actually. Nori so dangerously low, decayed down to 1 HP, and really tempted to use even more utility. But the time is ticking. Cantario has to make a move, and Nori will actually walk.
Too much.
Nori will walk in with Cantario, and the Studies will quickly dispose of them both.
It was a great shot from Studies there onto Nori, just basically clicking on her. She walks out. Great positioning on his part.
I wanna do a bit of an immersion break for stream. Whoever's named Napaholic in chat, I love your name. Yeah, no, are people? Yeah, no, intervene. You might need to restart. Stream is running fine back here. I would have noticed if it was. Yeah, there we go. All right, and the great combo from the side of FLC. Unfortunately, not netting any damage. And it's a bit interesting that they're opting not to use the tether early on. They're instead saving it like for a follow-up, because they do have the stun. And Needles up next to Bat taking significant damage. Now 2 players on either side. Once again, Needles and was it Nori last round that was low? Yeah, I believe
yeah,
it was.
Yeah. It was
So
Needles
yeah,
and Nori.
no, same situation, familiar situation. Cantario will walk into Bedtime Turtles crosshair, holding the pixel angle here on B, and will quickly back up to maintain the potential advantage here.
In a 4v4, but the weapon advantage is definitely in the favor of Zenith. Fallen Champ is going to take some very close range fights just with the buy that they have, really only having 1 rifle on their team. In the hands of Nori, who is dangerously low on health as well.
30 seconds left.
But I believe there's a rule that says you give the highest damage weapon to the lowest health player.
Yes.
What is that?
What's it called? Bogdan's Law.
Yeah,
From
Bogdan's Law.
Counter-Strike. And Madlife with a flash! What a great play! And again flashing all these players, picking up a second! Madlife is putting the Sheriff to work! Can they pick up a third? The bullets! The clip runs dry! And Rewind up close and personal, picking up one onto Bedtime Turtle! But not dead yet, getting popped! Atheli able to follow up! And will this be another round for FLC? Studies is in a position to make a huge difference. The 5th round in his hands, the 2nd in Atheli's for either side, and the noise is being made. Studies reads it up close, and the headshot from Studies coming through as well as the 5th.
Studies is a force to be reckoned with so far on this map. Absolutely dominating.
Yeah, no, Zenith in general. What a showing today.
It's definitely great to see. We love seeing teams just come back and make such a huge difference on their second map, or I guess what is this, their 3rd map? Or not map, I'm sorry, game
Third
for
match.
Zenith. What is it?
Yep.
3rd match? Yeah, yeah. It's just completely different showing here, absolutely destroying Fallen Champions so far. But Fallen Champions is gonna have a pretty strong buy of their own going into this next round. Let's see what they can do with it. Guitar is taking an aggressive angle here on the A site. But Kian says no, you're not gonna take that space.
Oh, wait, Needles actually... I didn't even notice that the From the Shadows was invested as well. Studies though with a 2nd on the round. And it's just these 2 controllers strafing back and forth, missing some shots. Atheli though. Thank you, Atheli. Stopping the heart attack I was about to have.
Spike planted.
How is this Omen alive? Are we gonna see a repeat there? But
No, absolutely not. Not
thankfully
again.
Atheli there did not allow for that.
But
I think Eon would have lost his mind had that happened a 2nd time.
yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
But that turtle's gonna take an aggressive peek here.
Immediately says no.
And it's smart play because they do have a big numbers advantage here. Really don't want to throw that away.
Well, time's running.
But,
time's running low. Kansas up close. Kansas up close by Nori. Nori expected though. Yes, she does. And Atheli actually hearing the footsteps from Bedtime Turtle will not be able to pick up the 2nd. And none of them will be peeking in time. Oh, I saw Nori's life flash before my eyes. But luckily
I can
the clock
imagine.
will save it.
And I think the play there is just looking at the amount of credits on the board right now. They really could afford to lose some players there on the side of Zenith, but Fallen Champions really needed those rifles going into this next round, especially with the way the scoreboard is looking with the round deficit. They really need to get some rounds on the board. That's going to be very difficult to do if they don't have weapons to do so.
We definitely wanna need to see more activity out of Fallen Champions here. Haunt coming through from both sides again. The teleport from Needles. Cantario with a quick shot, but Needles again like able to consistently outplay them from the bolter position. And the headshot from Madlife is good, but not as good as Needles Phantom. And again, we're at a 1-player deficit in favor of Zenith.
The Rewind's taking quite an aggressive peek here, potentially. Out of the smoke. Catches Bedtime Turtle lacking as the door is opening. I don't believe his weapon was out. It looked like he was in the pull-out animation there.
Maybe that is true. I honestly can't say for sure unless we look back at the VOD. But
That brings us to a 3v3 now.
now we have Zenith already on this site. They They're ready to plant the spike. Rewind is up close next to Jordan. Will he read this? He's making so much noise. Still, the reaction's good. Bit of a client-side glitch probably to get the bag there. And Rewind again with another elimination. And the fourth as well in the round, showing up for his team when they needed it most. Despite the lockdown being invested, they will carry over 3 ultimates into the next round. And they will gladly take that second. Definitely the mental boost they needed.
No, definitely. That round is definitely hugely important, and they do have quite a few powerful ultimates here for a retake as well. It might be smart just to kind of let them take the site and then use some of these ults to your advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the Rolling Thunder on this map. It's devastating considering how small each site is.
Rolling Thunder as well as the Raze ult. I mean, there's really not a lot of safe places on the site here for Zenith should they be stuck in a retake situation.
I think they really just need to take a page out of Zenith's book and use their and just, you know, manage the ult economy. Kind of weather the storm a little bit. Zenith, on the other hand, maybe taking a page out of VZ's book, 5-stacking the site, and Atheli will hear enough noise to call a rotate. And the utilities being cleared at a consistent rate. The Nightfall and the Paranoia will come through. Atheli says, I'm out of here. The trail will be spotted, so they know someone is towards the back of the site. Nori, though, with a good tether. Onto Kian, so the spam might go in his favor. The flashpoint inhibiting him for now. And look at all these players corralled on the side. Rewind with one immediately off the bat. Cantario, you have your knife out! And the Bedtime Turtle, though, unfortunately, will fall to Rewind's. And oh, this man is on a tear. He wants to win every round! And the ace from Rewind! Not a 4K Andy, he says, as he grabs 5 eliminations on the round. And the defuse will come through with a comfortable amount of time.
That's back-to-back rounds there for the side of Fallen Champions.
He got 9
largely due to Rewind's efforts.
He got 9 eliminations in the last 2 rounds.
That's just, we love to see that, you know, it was not looking too good for Fallen Champions there, and just the beautiful comeback from them. But can they continue that momentum? They definitely have the ults, they definitely have the money for it, and Zenith's actually looking like a bit of a weak buy here. Gonna be difficult to take a site with all these weak weapons, and they're not even leading towards the most close range site in the map. Gotta wonder what the plan is here.
Find you.
I will say for sure, Needles will not be teleporting across the boulder, missing the timing, getting caught by the fault line.
Guitario is ready for it. He's got quite a good angle here. Should they lurk up onto that commonly peaked angle here from Needles?
Yeah, unfortunately with just a stinger, there isn't much to be done unless he can hit a good burst shot. Tether invested, will not catch on to any players, nor his utility, keeping them at bay just for a little bit, for now. Scaring them off as Fade does best. But
and Fallen Champions
yeah,
not looking too eager to give up any weapons either.
Look at the other side of the map though. Look at Bedtime Turtle. This is definitely the engagement that's gonna make or break this round. If Atheli can capitalize on Bedtime Turtle's lurk, you know, he does call the rotate. He doesn't expect any players. Atheli will get caught with the turret out, and once again, disaster strikes for FLC. And even if there's 2 scuffed smokes in the back of the site, the neural uplink has now been consumed.
30 seconds left.
They will know where all these FLC players are, and Bedtime Turtle is going to be in a terrific position, all the way behind. Still, though, ultimates invested on either side, and Kian's with a terrific result onto Nori and Madlife, and Bedtime Turtle, Cantario reeling back, ears ringing from the explosion, will not be able to react to Bedtime Turtle in time. And the 7th round will go the way of
Great
Zenith.
played round. Absolutely beautiful from Zenith there, taking that weaker buy and just running over a site there because of that beautiful lurk from Bedtime Turtle.
It was just such a split second. It was just such a literally the frame you saw Killjoy pull out her turret and like Clove like peeking around the corner. Oh man, that is just every Valorant game in a nutshell. Atheli got Valoranted, unfortunately.
I think Nori went for the tether nade combo here with Kentario. And there's actually quite a few players there, but none of them will be caught by it.
Oh, the nade is good,
Oh.
but it's a little too deep. Cantario will not be able to escape, but Mad Life will actually trade one out. And you know, not to use contrasting sentences constantly. Mad Life will fall, and Nori is up next. Will she expect this? Yes.
Bring them
Kien's, I mean, I guess the reaction there. We'll catch Kien's. And a little worse for where we have a bit of a mirror matchup going for the rest of this round. But instead of the Cypher, we have the Clove on the defending side. Nori can actually... Oh.
Like I never
Okay, well,
left.
the Rewind will actually take that engagement on the bedtime turtle up close and personal. The run and gun is good, and the not dead yet bolt, and grabbing a second elimination.
30 seconds left.
And yeah, no, it's done. I think this is round 8 going to Zenith.
I really don't see how much you can do with the classic here, but maybe Atheli will manage to pick up one of these rifles that was dropped. And that's, unfortunately for Atheli, not going to go his way, and Bethan Turtle will pick him up as he comes through the door. I just have to say that was one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. Just the back and forth clove ults and
Yeah,
the run and gun drive by. That was just.
Oh man, it's basically watching two Reynas dismissed in front of each other.
Yeah.
It's literally the exact same thing.
And I can't say I would have expected the ult to be utilized there either, so I can't put too much blame on Rewind, but
Oh, really prepping the tether nade for behind rubble. But little do they know that Needles has created a little pocket to teleport into spawn. And again, we might see a recreation of a previous clip this tournament so far in week 1. Cantario though actually picking up 2. Done decently well to equalize the numbers. Still though, Zenith is in a great position. Mad Life up close will actually hit the headshot, the one that counts. No more Omen alive. And Rewind will actually
No peeking.
get inside this enemy smoke. The flashpoint is
Right
good.
here.
One enemy remaining.
And Atheli with 2 from the back. And the 4th round will be claimed on the half for FLC.
that's not a terrible half, just considering this is a very much attacker-sided map.
I will say for sure,
Switching sides.
that was a great half for Zenith. I'm sure they're exhilarated right now.
They have to be.
Yeah.
I may be a little biased here, but I really want to see us get to a 3rd map.
Honestly,
But it's gonna be.
I don't know how much. I don't know how much chat wants a 3rd. I mean, even the players. I don't know how much they want a 3rd map. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
And it's looking like it's gonna be potentially a B rush from Fallen Champions here. We'll have to see how
Really,
Bedtime Turtle handles this
Really,
on the side by
couldn't, I
himself.
couldn't guess it based on the 4 players around this corner. 4-1 split for Pistol, pretty standard. Bedtime Turtle managing to pop the smoke just in time. Cantario picking up the clove. And Needles is just shooting so many bullets, but none of them are landing. And we see Rewind up close and personal once again, where he thrives in his domain inside the smoke. Punk will come through, spot out the clove. And Studies and Kienz are just around this corner taking peeks one by one. Mad Life and Nori will pick up 1 each, and it's just all up to Rewind winning this engagement. Not quite, but Cantario.
Who's got the snack?
Cantario luckily picking up where Rewind left off, and a 5th will go the way of FLC.
There. There.
I will say, to address any concerns in chat, pardon any lag on stream, considering the delay.
looks like they're getting ready to do another tether nade on the A site. This default from quite a few rounds before.
And the play is good, but Rewind is really close with the Spectre. Kentario backing his buddy up, and the right click going his way. Paranoia is good here. Paranoia is good here from Needles. But Bedtime Turtle is just trying so hard to look for any sort of opening. Rewind up close once again. Honestly, just playing. Honestly, should buy a shotgun every round. They're just playing on that close. And Bedtime Turtle will narrowly evade the run and gun spray. And yeah, Rewind and Kentario doing what they do best. Secure eliminations for the team. Flawless round for the way of FLC. They heard us talking smack. More importantly, they heard me talking smack.
And like I was saying earlier, this really is such an attack-sided map. Could be anyone's game at this point. And
yes, especially at this point, because we're gonna see the first real buy from the side of Zenith. This is going to determine the outcome of this match. What timeline are we in, ladies and gentle cars? It doesn't help that I need to pee so goddamn bad. I probably should have gotten up when the timeout started, but
you should have. Oh my god!
I'm just gonna be a champ and hold it.
Oh my god! It's so hard to cast some of these plays here. There's just so much going on across the map. It's so chaotic.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you know, casters like me revel in chaos. I love just shoutcasting every single play. Unfortunately, my neighbors might not like it, but hopefully if this works out and I get rich, I'll get my nice little house where I can cast as loud as I want for free. But dreams are dreams, man. I'm gonna be completely frank. Either way, though, we see an early engagement from Kentario, and Nori picks up Needles, the first buy of Zenith. Already looking a little bit dangerous. Studies, though, with one, putting that Vandal to use. Kentario up close, now with a newly claimed Vandal. And really, we're in a 4v3 situation. Nori will also pick up Studies with the Bulldog, besting the Vandal on their side, and Madlife with the Spectre, and Nori with a third as well. The 7th round going the way of FLC, closer to an equalizer.
And that's just really how you have to play these rounds where you're down weapons. Also, just rushing the B side.
Shout out Automod for catching the idiot in chat. Textbook perfect play from my Automod in chat. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy that the stupid idiot didn't get to say the N-word in my chat. Get a life, you idiot. You get a life, you piece of. I can't swear. Oh my god, I can't swear! Okay, anyway, Bedtime Turtle up close and personal once again, trying to cosplay Rewind. But Kentario across the map, picking up all the A players, and Rewind with the 4th elimination. Again, it's left to Jordan having to walk all the way from the C site to try and.
Jordan's gotta be wondering.
Yes.
Where did my teammates go? That was so fast.
Kentario. Great final shot to end us off there.
Oh, gotta feel for Jordan there. That just all happened so quickly. There was almost no reacting to it.
Every Sentinel main in chat is just you know crying tears of sadness for Jordan right now.
Sympathy for Jordan, our deepest sympathies.
That's just unfortunately the life of a Sentinel, especially Cypher.
All right, guys, I've finished setting up all my trips on the C site. Oh yeah, in the world, Dad, they've planted B.
It's like that one team where it's like it's like that one meme where it's like, what's it called? Oh, I love this. Time to set up, and then he's like, oh, I'm back. Where's my team? Oh, Jordan though, really actually proving to us that he's the powerhouse that his team needs. Kentario unfortunately will pick up a second with the showstopper, and oh, Kentario's online. Kentario is awake, and Kentario will not get the third off the Studies. Rewind though will get third.
And that's a CS:GO moment there for sure. Just pulling out the knife, man.
Yeah, no, we
I've
call
seen it
that
happen
getting
too many
Valoranted.
times.
We call that getting Valoranted in this game. We need to be more relevant to the scene.
No, pulling out your knife to move quicker and getting shot will always be a Counter-Strike thing. I don't care how long Valorant's been
Yeah,
out for.
that's fair. That's fair enough.
And I mean, in the moment you understand, right? He's got to get around there. He needs to make a play.
Oh, for
But
sure.
it's just the timing there.
I want this tether nade to get one elimination this tournament.
Me too. Me too.
I want it to work once. That
We need to see it at least once.
It's just too textbook. Like nobody. The stun nade, tether nade, like it's just always a combo. Oh, lock them down. Let me grenade them.
It's too
Unfortunately,
expected
it's
at
just
this point.
it's just too. It's just too like. It's too expected of a play. I mean, okay,
Where is that
I will
camera?
say I will say tether nade is a little bit new.
Rewind is looking for this camera. He cannot find it.
Yeah, no.
No peeking.
Will be rewarded for his efforts eventually. Bedtime Turtle with his shotgun is ready for anything. And all hell breaks loose as FLC funnels onto his B-side. Needles will fall. Unfortunately, with the wrong, looking at the wrong side at the right time for Cantario. Rewind will be popping the not dead yet studies though. You know, 100 health to the cloak. And 100 damage will be needed. But Nori will actually close this round out 10-8. And
It
we see
wasn't
a
quite
bit
a
of
tether
flip.
nade. Wasn't quite a tether nade, but that was a. They were caught running away from the nade and just got absolutely gunned down by Nori there. That was a bit of fade and Ray's cooperation. But I really want to see this nade land on someone. I really want to see this tether actually. I really don't think they're gonna fall for it. It's just it's too. It happens too often that they're just kind of expecting it every round, and they're not really too eager to take that space in lobby.
Honestly, one thing that I would love to see being pulled off is the Vice Thorns with the Raise nade. Because if Vice is able to pull off the
Face your fear.
that slow, it's a devastating slow. It's literally a Sage slow that does damage. Starting us off with a much requested by the casters nade kill, and Jordan as well with one, and the counter Nightfall coming through. This time FLC on the receiving end of the chaos. The neural theft as well coming through for Jordan. Needles and Kien's coming together for one each. And yeah, Mad Life, really, you tried your best. But unfortunately for your team, a 9th round will go the way of Zenith. When they decide to defeat you. Sorry.
And a flawless round at that.
I wanna be a bit selfish here. You wanna know why? I'm comfortable
Okay, I
like saying
only have, like,
mean stuff.
7
Oh my
to
god, I
8
nearly swore.
grenades left.
Saying mean
Hopefully
stuff to
that's
these players. There's this caster that I really enjoy watching. That I don't know if she casts much in VCT anymore, but she did a lot of Counter-Strike work, and she actually got to cast with Steel for champions. Normally Hypok is someone who joins her. Her name is Pansy, and I really like her casting style because she's honestly not afraid to just, you know, make the mean comments, say the stuff that everyone's thinking in the audience, you know, like, oh, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that. It's genuinely incredible, like, and it's so entertaining. And really, honestly, I really want to have the chance to meet her someday. I want to just say it to her face, I love the confidence that you exert in your casts. And really, who could have expected Bedtime Turtle with a judge and the grenade in Rewind's face?
I mean, he has been there a couple times.
Oh, what? Some iframe saving that haunt, Mad Life.
Like I never left.
And all the wire actually saving Bedtime Turtle, guaranteeing the elimination, and up close
One
with the
enemy
judge
remaining.
once again. Mad Life will fall. And now with the rifle, Cantario is tasked with 3 challenges. The first is Bedtime Turtle, the tallest and the most handsome. No, I'm kidding. Actually, the first is Studies, the most precise, the most clinical. Second is Bedtime Turtle, the ruthless, the aggressive. And third, the Jordan, the Stonewall, the Bastion for the Zenith side. And will Kentario actually pass his first trial? It looks like he will, but Bedtime Turtle will pick up the fourth.
You just know Bedtime Turtle was fiending for those shotgun kills. He's been sitting in every single smoke with a judge for like the last 3 rounds. He almost caught Rewind earlier on the C side, and he finally got to use that thing. You know he's got to be smiling.
That's true.
Great 4K for Bedtime Turtle
I
there.
really just wanna find out what is happening with the stream, because you know a lot of people are saying it's lagging. Just wanna see what the issue is here. I'm just gonna have the second display open. Take it from here, Brooke. I'm just gonna be sitting in the sidelines for now.
We got a bit of an aggressive push here from Needles and Studies, with 4 players facing them down on the A side in lobby. Studies manages to pick off 1, but Rewind is ready to refrag this onto Needles. Seemingly aware that he's up on top, must have heard the Omen pop his teleport. 2 players peeking out. Shots being fired back and forth, trading blows. Studies gets 3 players, making that 4 total for this round on him. And the bomb is actually down on the A site. Nori is left to clutch alone. Bedtime Turtle here behind the box with the judge. But Nori manages to pick him off. I definitely appreciate going for the jump shot there. And Zenith does manage to prevent Nori from getting any more damage in. And they're just trading rounds back and forth at this point. Timeout called on the attacker's side.
I
Understandable.
honestly don't know what some people in chat are talking about. It's definitely not lagging. I literally watched it for like a whole 2 minutes. Like I see it on OBS. I do have some dropped frames, but it just hasn't lagged since then. It's definitely like if it's working for some people, it's definitely gonna it's definitely like going to lag for other people with. I mean, I don't want to say connection issues because I'm being too exclusive, but like maybe there's something else going on, because for a lot of people it's running quite smooth. Anyway,
let's just take a minute to appreciate Studies here. That was a beautiful 4K from Studies. Him and Needles just absolutely locking down the A site. There was no way they were taking that space.
The one
a 2v4.
round I don't cast, freaking Studies gets a 4K. Come on, man.
It was 2v4 at that. He killed every single player that was on that A site.
Absolutely.
Nobody escaped Studies.
And with 3 seconds left on this timeout and 21 seconds in this pre-round, we're now 10-11. It's looking dangerous. It's looking dire for FLC. We, dare I say, we need another Lotus overtime.
We get the Odin buy on Bedtime Turtle. And you may have missed it. Bedtime Turtle was actually bunny hopping over the box with the judge, trying to get some pick onto Nori there.
Yeah,
and now buying the Odin. I
definitely
think Bedtime Turtle might be trying to have some fun. I think he's trying to have a little bit of fun here with this buy.
You know, definitely seeing the Rolling Thunder coming through, as well as the Showstopper. Luckily, Needles picking off 1 towards the A side. Studies as well with 1. And even though the site is taken, it doesn't mean every sight line is secured. Jordan will pick up a Theli, Cantario, and Rewind coming together for 3 eliminations. Kienz though with 1 for himself, and it's just all up to Cantario. 150 health and a boombot to his name. 18 bullets in the mag, and the Zenith players are just gonna bunch up together here.
Really a smart play. You don't want to give him 1v1s here.
Again, Cantario left tasked with overcoming the challenges and becoming the hero of the hidden leaf. Has to face 2 of the remaining Pain members, and luckily for Kienz, not a Rose ult, and a 12th round to Zenith. And now the now is the time to start to panic.
And as what we were speaking about earlier, with you saying frags do not win matches, I mean, we have a Rewind, Cantario are easily above the top player on Studies, but the round deficit here is just, it's really showing the importance of playing for the round and not going out on these hero plays. We really need to see some very careful plays here from the side of Fallen Champions.
Definitely superior team play so far from the side of Zenith, and Rewind and Cantario doing what they do best, which is get eliminations, make some space. The duelist and the aggressive controller, who is actually, you know, might as well be classified as a duelist considering the utility. You know, space makers at heart, space makers in practice. And a 4v3 situation in favor of FLC. Honestly, it would take such a good round.
Drop in a smoke.
Or sorry, it would take like one pick onto one of the heavy hitters on the side of Zenith to open this up, but with Mad Life getting one, it's looking less and less likely. The flash is good, or Kien's actually picking up one, but Rewind is still unaccounted for in this position, and even if he falls, Ontario is still in a great position, and the Free Fire is good. An 11th round for FLC.
It seems like Rewind and Kentario heard me saying what I said earlier about frags and not winning rounds, and it seems that they won the round as the last two alive by by eliminating the enemy team there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and really it's just one away from overtime or one away from the end of the series. Let's see what timeline we're in once again.
Why did you ultimates on the board for Fallen Champions as well, just to take sight with? It's going to be very important that they don't get picked off early here and lose access to those ultimates going into the round. They seem to just be committing here to this A-site rush, giving up all the map control, which may be the right play here, just considering
Right here.
the utility they have at their disposal. Really just need to get on this bomb site as quickly as possible.
You should run.
Killjoy ult will come out on the side of Fallen Champions.
There, take them.
Seti's in a good position here to do some damage,
Like I never left.
as is Jordan.
I will say it's pretty far back, though. Nightfall invested is probably a good idea, actually. And especially with the potential pick onto Rewind. Actually, Rewind's back for good. And Mad Life as well picking up another, and Rewind picking up another, and it's looking like we might just have overtime here, bro.
Enemy remaining.
A third for Rewind on the round. Bedtime Turtle grabbing a second. Atheli is up next, and the Nightfall will come through. And yeah, they know exactly where this clove is. The Prowler barreling towards this clove, and the crouch from Rewind by the smoke. Still though, not picking Bedtime Turtle up. Bedtime Turtle is in a position to pull off the unthinkable. The absolutely remarkable, and the Nano Swarm is good! The fourth is claimed, and Nori is creeping behind this the thief in the night, picking up Bedtime Turtle, and we are now going to overtime for the second time in this tournament on Lotus yet again.
And you could tell Bedtime Turtle really wanted that round. But the lurk there, I wouldn't even know if you'd call that a lurk, but the positioning from Nori really just defeating him. I think the last place he expected her to be was the same place she was earlier in the round when she used her ultimate. Just wrapping back there. Shooting him in the back as he was clearing these other angles.
And again, you know, we've learned this from a previous series that actually FLC was playing in. Whoever wins defense pretty much wins the game. See an early start here from the side of an early investment of utility from FLC. Feather actually coming through from studies. Not really much value, but Nori with an elimination. And Cantario quick to probably claim another. Studies taking quite a bit of damage, will opt to fall back. And Bedtime Turtle as well looking for an elimination early on. Again though, for a 5v4 in favor of FLC, and FLC's utility finally pays off. The setup finally pays off. Will not get caught setting up third this time. Jordan, oh, Atheli almost had an angle from up top. That's one of the few limitations of the cyber cage. But you know, Zenith will claim the spike for now.
Drop in a smoke.
Rewind here is trying to intercept them as they make their way to the A site. He's in a great position to do so.
One enemy
will seal the deal. 13 to 12 for FLC. Brooke!
Switching sides.
Brooke,
Match point.
it's not looking good. We might have a third map on our hands. It is not looking good.
I personally, I'm excited for a third map because this will be the only time that I'm available to cast. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm scared. I'm incredibly worried. I'm just being completely frank here. I don't know if I'm mentally ready for a third map. But still though, 22 seconds left of timeout. Let's see how Zenith will approach this defense.
I'm really wondering here is will Rewind get to 40 kills in this match?
Oh my goodness. He's at
What's our
35.
highest kill record in a match so far in the time zone?
I would say about 30. I can pull up the statistics from previous tournament. Here, keep chat entertained.
That goes there.
And it's looking like they're leaning towards the B and A side here. 3 players going towards B, 2 players towards C. Pardon. Rewind's getting ready to take a fight here on the B site.
Camera taken out.
Spots Jordan's cam and eliminates that. But Needle's in a great position here to lay down some fire into the players as they rush out onto the site. But the bomb is not actually on the B side. It's still back in spawn, and they do pick off Rewind here with the nade. And they're gonna have to cross this angle to actually retrieve the spike, or potentially wrap all the way back around. But they don't seem to be aware that the bomb is not with them. And they're still pushing into Seaside here.
Not to interrupt, but I can confirm that at least based on the previous tournament statistics, the top kills in one map was 27, and that was actually done by Bedtime Turtle himself. A recurring presence on Zenith's end.
Look where
And
Nori is.
Kantaro gets swatted. Nori will soon follow. And Jordan with this camera, trying to grab any sort of information, but Mad Life will pick up too. Still in this round, says FLC. As they
Having to go back to get the bomb.
will nestle in this space, will actually plant the spike. But a 20 HP Mad Life can only do so much. And the decay going on to Atheli. Kian's able to capitalize, and the actually 13. We're gonna go to 13.
13-13. There's just so much time wasted there. They really needed to have that spike a little bit closer.
I want to say, scratch whatever I said about
sides.
winning defense.
Overtime.
Both sides won defense, and we haven't, and the game hasn't ended. So let's see this one. Let's see this one. Let's see if I was wrong. Let's see if it's conditional. Or sorry, let's see if the win condition is attack side rather than defense.
I think I'm seeing a tether nade here on A side, and it's quite a few players that are actually in the prime location for this combo. Will we see the first tether
They're
nade
literally
kill?
just sending it after needles. Paranoia comes through, teleport will not be consumed, actually watching that tether nade come through. And the needles will be granted safe passage to Boulder, or to Rubble. And the first engagement is his. Will lose it after Kentario, but Kien's in quickly trading it out. Mad Life with one as well. Trading back and forth so far, a 4v3 advantage so far for the defense. Bedtime Turtle needing to be the difference maker actually steps up first, but Nori with the quick headshot, quick engagement, and again a second from Nori, and could potentially end us off here with the third elimination, but the Rewind up close and personal.
Excellent job from Nori there, just holding down the site, not allowing them to rush out through tree, and ultimately allowing time for more of her teammates to rotate and clutch out the round there. Absolutely beautiful.
Wait a minute. Follow up to the.
Careful here.
I regretted to mention. Visualizes Yuki actually grabbed 27 in the previous tournament. I don't know if that's you, Kibbles. But yeah, no, you definitely got 27 last tournament. If that was you. So far though, like when I run statistics for this map, it's definitely gonna be, or this tournament, we're definitely gonna be seeing a lot more like extreme numbers, especially with this game, and Rewind at 36 eliminations. I think even in the 17-15 map, he had even more.
No peeking.
And Fallen Champions with 3 players up towards the A side, but the bomb is actually being brought back towards B site,
Oh, Rewind has his back
over
turn.
towards Nori.
Rewind has his back turn. Shots coming through from Mad Life. How close is he ends? Once again, copying Rewind's whole flow. Kentario in the meantime picking off the fade. And we see the attack side again at a at a 2-player deficit. Oh, can we see the impossible happen? Can we see well,
30
not really
seconds left.
impossible. There's definitely been 2v5s this tournament. Shout out Ascended for winning a 2v5.
We don't want to count out Kentario here. In a great position.
Bedtime Turtle just walks straight into his crosshair. It's looking good so far. With 1 elimination from Kentario and the good amount of health. Kian will be up
Player
next
standing.
to bat. We'll pick off Kian. We'll pick off Kentario. And the showstopper is good. The 4th elimination will go the way of Kian's.
Showstopper to seal the deal there. Not another Rosa ult, thankfully. We've seen quite a few of those, but I don't think I've seen a Rosa ult in a while on this match. That is, like, most of them seem to be landing. Maybe they heard us
Switching sides.
and they've decided to step up their Raze ult game a little bit.
Yeah, no, they said 11 missed Raze ults. They said 11 missed showstoppers. That's enough. I am turning.
Showstoppers.
I'm turning up my sensitivity. I'm flicking that rocket into.
I don't know why, but Showstopper's like a tongue twister to me. Like, it's hard to say it quickly. Like, my brain just doesn't want to.
Say it 3 times fast. Showstopper. Showstopper.
No!
Showstopper.
No, Showstopper, Shopper Slopper.
I don't know how. Shopper. I don't know how you can mess up something so. No, I'm kidding.
Showstopper.
Good. But anyways, yes. Speaking of sending rockets to the moon, we have a grenade coming out from Zenith's side. They convene towards the seaside, and they actually, that's a great amount of killjoy utility cleared. None of the nano swarms are still up. And it's just Rewind shooting in the back of the site as Atheli is unfortunately stricken by Paranoia. Will fall. Unfortunately, Paranoia does claim us eventually. Studies though, trading back and forth, and Rewind with 4 to get us to 15. And I am so upset I didn't press 1 in time.
Switching sides.
I hope he
Match
clipped it at
point.
least.
I reckon I'll take a kip after this. I've earned it.
What do you think we need to see going into this next round from the side of Fallen Champions to really seal the deal here?
I want attack to win. Period.
Attack win.
I want
Good.
attack to win on the attack-sided map.
And Kentario with the Race Satchel. And that's all 5 players towards the A site.
Unfortunately, the tether will slow him down for now. Still though, bunching up together, ready to roll out onto this A site. And the rotation is called. Bedtime Turtle will be the last to make his way over to this A site. And as no eliminations go through, about 15 seconds into the round, we're in a bit of a stalemate.
Some of the Zenith players are starting to peel off back towards the rest of the map. And that could allow for an opening here.
Okay, Jordan falls. Rewind is up next. We'll pick up Kian's. Mad Life, unfortunately, will fall to Studies. Maybe picking up a second. Actually, no.
Planted.
Rewind is looking to close the game out. Double
This will be the
overtime
deciding
is more
2v4.
than enough for this Clove. And Bedtime
Player
Turtle
standing.
ready to scrap and dealing a bit of damage to Rewind. But with a 3rd on the round, I think he's at 40. Yeah, he's at 43. And Rewind will close the game out at 44 eliminations. And the attackers will come out on top. We are going to Haven. Stay tuned.
Wow.
concluded, we are now joined by the team captain of Koi Crew. Tree, say hi to chat.
Hey.
And Revenant's, I believe, captain as well. Law, once again, say hi to chat once again.
Hello, everyone.
All right. So now that we're both here, we're going to be playing a game of chance once again to decide the who gets to pick the maps first. And much like I've done for the previous series, I'm going to ask Law, actually, pick a side of a coin.
Heads.
Heads. Okay. Now asking Google graciously to flip a coin, and it seems like Revenants will be the first to pick a map ban. So go ahead.
Pearl.
Okay, Pearl will be the first to go. First map ban. Second map ban, Tree for Koi Crew.
Fracture.
Fracture, okay. And Pearl and Fracture will not be played tonight. So that being said, Law, you have the first map pick.
We're gonna take Lotus.
Okay, Lotus first. And Tree, what side does Koi Crew want to start on?
Attack.
Attack. Okay, perfect. So we'll be starting Koi Crew on attack first map. And now pick the second map, please.
Haven.
Okay. And what side would Revenants like to start, Law?
We'll start on attack.
Okay, perfect. So there will be a side switch in between games, just to keep that in mind. Now, Law, you do have another ban, so go ahead.
We'll ban Abyss.
Abyss. Okay. Abyss will be the second map ban for Revenants. Now, Tree, it's between Bind, Split, and it's between Bind and Split for what map you want to ban, actually.
We'll ban Split.
Okay, Split will not be played this series as such. The third map potentially, if it goes that way, will be Bind. So thank you both for participating in this map selection. And after a very quick idle, we will get our match underway. Good luck to you both.
Perfect.
All right, thank you.
All right, and we are back once again. Oh Jesus, the series of Koi Crew versus Revenants has begun, and as such, in true me fashion, I forgot to set the the visual properly. So let me go ahead and take care of that. There we go. We have our icons, we have our logos, and we have both our teams ready to play yet another Lotus game. Coming off of a what's that?
Fumble in the bag, get the visuals in check, my guy.
Yes, no, don't worry about it. I manage all this myself.
Oh,
But either way, you know, better things will come for next, further tournaments onward. We'll definitely focus more on efficiency. But either way, Empty, I actually didn't get to introduce you to chat. I kind of just threw you in the interview. I just wanted to hear a few words from you, considering we've been expecting you this tournament, but you've kind of been gone.
little indisposed. I could say no. I have watched a couple of the VODs. I don't have notes for these teams unfortunately, but I know some things, and there are players I am excited to see here.
Oh, can you name a couple?
Okay, well, first of all, Law. Maybe it's because I kind of know him, but like I've been super excited to see him play, especially live.
Mm-hmm.
And oh god, look at this comp. If you look on the side of Koi Crew over here, you got that Jet Neon, the double duelist.
Oh, I just noticed. Honestly, kind of a trademark of their squad. You see, under the moniker of Boba Horchata, they often ran Jet and Neon as well. So really familiar territory for them. Dixie, not on Cypher, picking up the KJ for a change. More familiarly seen on Cypher. Kind of a new addition to the squad. So I didn't expect you to know that, so don't worry about it. But still, some players I'm looking forward to seeing myself are actually Zangetsu and Raccoon especially. Raccoon was definitely the subject of many highlights in week 1. Law, is kind of a given. He honestly, I want to confidently say that he's probably the reason that Revenants won 4 maps in a row. Just his consistent plays, consistent energy despite the rapidly dwindling stamina is just absolutely amazing. And we already have a tech pause. But it shouldn't be too much of an issue as we get that solved towards the beginning of this game. Either way, with that new knowledge in mind, do we think that this is gonna be a Revenant sweep?
I don't know. With this comp, I think I'm honestly expecting some crazy explosiveness. I don't know if Revenant is gonna be ready for that.
I definitely wanna say the Koi Crew double dive. Okay, let me be clear. Zangetsu and Zen are terrific players. So really, you know, they mechanically speaking, they're incredible. And they have a pretty decent backline to back them up. Tree is always reliable on the initiator. Joker, a bit of a wild card, honestly. I've seen some plays here and there, but as we see this game start, we see Revenant's Law actually pick up a headshot and a follow-up onto Zen, and Zangetsu trading it out, dare I say, in true Zangetsu fashion. And we're already 1-1.
Okay, and now we're down. We got... And again, they've lost half their point of the spear here. Only Neon. And maybe so much Utah used up already. Looks like they're having trouble getting in.
Oh, Sneezera actually eats a bullet
Now
to the face. But still following up, getting the headshot. And Joker will say no more.
And it's a couple gunfights around here. Raccoon getting onto the Omen. Now 2 players left stuck in tree.
It's so dangerous.
Did they know about their here?
Actually,
no, there's so much stall.
I can't tell if it's Tree's health bar decaying, but the headshot coming through actually making me eat my words.
Raccoon looking for both. Oh,
Last player standing.
Oh, wait, Tree!
Well,
Tree,
God,
the difference
wait,
maker
Koi.
this round. Okay. Okay,
They're bringing it back.
Secure another.
Spike
He's gonna look
down
for the
A.
clutch.
Oh, and Pixiu hits it.
And
Very
what
good.
an ending. What a round. You know, it is maybe a little concerning for the future, is that while Koi Crew did lock in that round, they ran out of steam so fast on the A site.
That's true. They got so close, and luckily for them, the trades favored their side. So I mean, one of the more exciting pistol rounds we've seen so far for sure.
I'm sorry, got a bit of cough.
No, don't
Now
worry.
from Koi Crew, looks like she's looking for a full lean.
I hope you have a.
Oh,
I hope you are in
maybe.
possession of a cough box like what a lot of sports broadcasters have. And as I say that, Zangetsu and Tree immediately opening up with 2, not before losing 1
What a hit.
unfortunately to YZL. And the shotgun is good onto Minji. And Zangetsu again just hopping and skipping around right in Raccoon's face as well. The shotgun is good again. And Zangetsu still tearing this backline apart, still jumping around, still dodging these classic bullets. Regen Shield only has 4 remaining. And really,
Okay.
the round is pretty much done and dusted. The thing's now coming through, and Zen will actually secure a second for Koi Crew.
Yeah, Zangetsu showing that Neon is still viable. Whew,
Especially
a
with a
great
shotgun.
hit.
Especially with a shotgun.
Especially with the shotgun, that is true. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, only 1 lost on the side of Revenants. So, you know, good takeaway for both teams there. Koi Crew, wait, oh, okay, sorry, I have my team mixed up. Koi Crew only lost 1 gun. So, you know,
I
good
will
look.
say in Revenant's favor.
Yeah,
we
for
see
sure.
the buy in Revenant's favor. And hopefully they can actually stop this from being a much slower start than anticipated. You know, coming off of the insane momentum that they have so far this tournament. But still, a weak break is a little bit stark.
And they have B. It's just taken for free.
These sprays
Ball
almost
getting the
good.
first.
Law will take out Joker.
Oh, we're seeing a fight up in tower here. Revenant's looking strong. Getting 4, getting 5. What a good retake. I think Koi Crew just pushing their boundaries a little too far there. Trying to get some of those eco kills and got shot down with those real guns.
You know, they really tried their best to make the spy not work by playing in close quarters. But ultimately, the guns from Revenants will be the driving force for their first victory.
All right, now I wanna put some highlight on the ult economy, because especially in Lotus, for some reason the comps always tend to favor these huge ult agents, other than like an Omen or something. You know, you've got
always-
that raise, and on the side of Revenants, you already have the raise ult. Looks like they've been prioritizing that as far as boards go.
Law's definitely been cooking, so to speak, for lack of a better term. Really, honestly, just trying to, you know, like you said, securing the raise ult as quick as possible. Definitely some sort of ult orb prioritization for this race. And speaking of that showstopper,
oh my God, Zangetsu sliding under him, taking the ult out before it's fired.
Down A.
Down to a 2v2,
One enemy remaining.
and they're pincered. It's just Omen left now.
YZL and Sneezera cornering Joker like two
and the spam
vipers
is good.
cornering a mouse, and the second will go their way.
The spam is good there. Oh, a bit of a tough round for Koi Crew. The hit just not working out. Although I am shocked Zangetsu got that kill on the rocket. Slid through with the judge.
Yeah, no, the stun was almost too perfect. You'd think they knew where he was. No, I'm kidding.
Check him PC. Check
Yeah,
him PC.
no, exactly. Like, still the utility there
Oh my
definitely
God.
the difference maker.
Zangetsu. I think Zangetsu might be doing the shotgun only neon, and I'm here for it.
Oh, the headshot
Okay,
from Sneezera
okay, and-
immediately, quickly putting a stop to that. Still,
No,
the
they're
killjoy
putting
util
it
is
out.
down. This isn't
Oh.
good. Zen up top with the Marshal of all things. Paranoia also coming
they
through,
have the
grabbing up
hit.
to Minji. And
It's always the ecos.
yes, it is always the ecos. We see Koi Crew securing a plant, and the Joker, even though he's up close, Raccoon backing up Law.
Raccoon, but they have all the info. They know where the players are. And now it's a matter of big guns versus small guns.
One enemy remaining.
And too many fights.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
despite the null command popped, the sheer numbers overwhelming Koi Crew, and we'll see Revenants take a third.
Alright, well, I like that from Revenants. A little rough on defense, but of course, they do have great retakes, as we've seen before on the B side.
I've been meaning to ask you this. Do you think Lotus is attacker-sided or defender-sided?
I'm sorry, anybody who says Lotus is defender-sided does not need to speak to me.
Okay,
It
perfect,
is
okay.
the most attacker-sided map
I
in the
am
game.
so glad we're on the same page. Okay, so now that I've clarified that, Revenants with a bit of on the rougher side, on the more difficult side, doing pretty well so far. 3 rounds on the board, and I don't think Law meant to throw that at Satchel Charge. And here comes the Odin spam.
Nasty spot from the Odin.
Yeah, no, I love this. I love this fade. I love this fade, Odin. Really, you know, just
Yeah, really
perfectly
reminiscent of
summarizing
my
every
ranked game.
Z-Tol stream. And also, yes, Empty's gameplay as well on Envision.
Oh, yeah.
Once upon a time. Tree takes a
Oh my
smattering of damage, but YZL with 2 overdrive
YZL,
popped.
okay.
Genji grabbing 2, and it's just
Too much.
yeah, it's great.
And that was beautiful. But
No.
I loved that they pincered them. They got the 2 out of stairs, and then they pincered them when they were coming out of tree.
I like that crunch from Revenants, especially, you know, just coming to Raccoon's aid, making sure that at least like even Minji especially grabbing 2, you know, saving his life back there.
Ahead of Fate here with the Odin.
The 2 most expensive weapons in the game.
I am interested to see if they're gonna get collided or get them all. I don't think there's an in between here, Eon.
Raccoon's spam is definitely gonna give way to Law's shot, and the distraction doesn't quite work. Actually, Law instead being the one to take the damage, and the smoke
Just
actually
barely.
coming through for a little bit of cover. Still though, we see, look at Sneezera on the other side of the map.
Oh, and Sneezera overpicking a little bit. And Pixu coming off that DC, back and better than ever.
We see, we actually also see Zangetsu all the way on the site.
And wait, is this gonna be a challenge? YZL, he gets 2! He's going to third. The third? Ah, not the third. Still huge from YZL there.
Still still, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for this. I'm watching this play out. Raccoon with the immediate spray transfer, and Joker opting to pop his ult
Okay.
away in spawn.
Is he? And he thinks he went main.
Here's the footsteps though. Paranoia
Oh, he
coming
knows.
through, closing in.
Oh.
Joker with the teleport. He didn't hear the sound cue. Joker is still juking him out. What is that from Joker? The outplays top 10 aggressive Omen outplays the teleport. If you can't kill them with your aim, you can definitely kill them with your brain. What a play from Joker. What a
He is all over the place.
what a display of Omenry. Honestly, that play was just so Omen.
So Omen. Okay. I don't think it's been a minute since I've seen something like that. It has, because it's been a minute since I've been in Iron. But
Oh no!
Joker with the TPs.
Oh no!
Alright.
Don't
Keep him guessing.
don't go ahead. Don't go insulting my man Joker like that.
Alright, so Zen now picking up the Marshall, and they're just waiting for this overpeak that they saw last round from Sneezera. It's quiet on the side of Koi. Revenant's with the same setup.
Definitely expecting. He's definitely expecting someone to go on the aggressive.
Yeah, waiting for that aggression. That has been something Revenant's been doing, consistently holding these angles into the sort of spawn area, contested area. Looks like this round they're just choosing to play back their sights. Both of them jump peeking here.
You know,
Oh.
My thoughts exactly. And Zangetsu,
Another-
that's his cue to strike. There though, picking up Sneeze.
He's good
Zen
at it.
across the map.
Wow.
Flash is good for YZL. Zangetsu will fall.
Yeah, and the aggression there on the B site, it's just, there's nothing really behind it. You're just sending in a player.
30
And it makes
seconds
their
left.
easy pickings. Getting grouped up on.
It's up to mid. The teleport from Joker's good.
Oh.
The backstab, the headshot immediately,
No.
and the attacking Quako's lockdown should be enough for this
Spike
round.
planted.
YZL though, continuing to cause problems for them. And now we're on we're in a 2-on-2.
So, and it's simultaneous pressure here. This is maybe choosing to back off main. I wonder how they're gonna deal with this. Sending the thrash out, clearing sight, and it's shot out.
We'll catch them. Last player standing.
Yeah, those
One
fights are
enemy
so
remaining.
difficult. But Raccoon might try and take this away. Time's so low though.
Oh, that's great
No,
for
he
Pixiu.
can't do it.
That's great for
He did
Pixiu. That's a good stall.
Yeah, great round overall from both teams, but Koi Crew just coming out on top there barely. Okay, now coming in this next round, it is quite the swing round. If any team loses this, they're looking to be somewhat broke into the next round. Of vital importance. KJ ult online for Koi Crew as well. And they're doing the same setup again. Or roughly the same setup. It's 2-1-2 on attack. I don't know if I love the Xeon. Lotus is such an attacker-centered map for the fact that it can be so easy to manipulate rotates, and when they're just spread out, none of the aggression is really real.
Well, they're definitely making use. They're at least making use of the space they have towards A to funnel towards B. The stun is good from the Neon, and the Blade Storm up close will pick up Neji, and Law actually taking care of both duelists. But Sneezera as well across the map. It's just all up to Pixiu.
Can he do this? It's definitely winnable. 1v3 with one on low. Oh, he locked. Yeah, timing. What a great round. Shutting down that double duelist aggression all by himself.
Yeah, Law definitely bench pressing his team so far, and unfortunately for Pixiu, the cancelled plans will eventually give way to fifth for Revenants.
Alright, well. Eco a little shaky on the side of Koi Crew now. Some classics over there. A sheriff for Zen. But like we would say, it is always the Ecos. And they're swapping up the setup. A full rush into A this time.
Look at Raccoon just spamming away with this Odin. 0 damage obtained, but still 100% fear caused. Still though, overcoming their concerns, the side of Koi Crew is just going to ball up together and do a good old 5-man rush on this A side despite the guns.
They're pausing here a little. They look scared of the Odin. Oh, never mind. Zen going in, getting one. And they know this Odin's backside. And Zen gets to getting the second.
I got the spike.
And that's the A site for them.
One enemy remaining.
Wow, now it's just up to Sneezer right here. Is he gonna commit the... Okay. Thank God. Probably about to commit the KJ ult for this round.
In a
And
1v4, fat chance.
In a
Oh
cross-
my god, he doesn't see Joker!
Oh my.
Zangetsu will fall, but they're taking advantage of the smoke's geometry. Joker
Yeah,
will
and I
claim
think-
the last.
I think in that round, Koi really found... The Koi Crew really found the solution. They swapped off of that 2-1-2 default where they were split up.
It
And then
really does come. It really does come down to them just, you know, like trying to play slow, but then eventually, what's it called? But eventually just grouping up as 5 and taking a side. Really, I think that's what their comp. I think that's what their comp excels at.
Yeah, I mean, for Revenants, it's that they're not doing a great job of handling these full rushes. And especially, I think, what Koi Crew has been doing is they had the previous rounds they had that 2-1-2. And that's what Revenants went in expecting. The 2-1-2 again and again and again. So when that full hit came, the rotates were a little slow, they weren't sure if it was real. And so while it did cost them a few rounds, it did condition the enemy team into expecting more players elsewhere.
I like that. I like that theory. Honestly, I feel like considering how they've played these first few rounds, they definitely want them to spread out and not just group up on the site.
As we're saying that though, Koi Crew going for a big hit here. Gamble towards the C site. Oh no! That's flash.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
like literally this attacking side again, once again balling up the null command pop. Zangetsu
command
already
out.
on the side. The fast lane, his fast lane consumed as well. Every single resource committed to taking the side, and against Revenant's eco, or I guess well half by almost. It's pretty effective.
Just a typhoon coming through the site. 5 players, pounds of utility. I mean, what are you gonna do?
No, absolutely.
Even a sentinel. And Revenant's picking up the 2 aggressors. Joker and Smoke and Law. Alright, down there 2v3. 2 in main. He killed the diffuser, he got half though.
One enemy remaining.
And then our last is 18 HP. Wait, do they have the time for this? Yes, they do. Gonna get that defusal. 2.68 seconds left. Good CP from Minji. If they had to run around there, they would have lost. But that was honestly after that hit. That was not a round I was expecting Revenants to win. Clearly showing like a lot of prowess in those retakes.
Definitely, definitely considering you know, again, the weaker weaponry, they effectively flipped the script almost. You know, claiming a 6th for themselves and
Let's
all
go.
that.
You know, with those retakes though, it does really make me look forward to this attacker side, off Revenants. You know, they've shown they're so good at taking red space. So
Spike down.
what can they do when that's their whole job? Okay, now same idea here out from Koi Crew, taking the C site, get the KJ down. But now, again, we're looking at Revenants with the retake. Wait, look at Zangetsu here. a judge in the hand, and he's behind two of them. He's gonna. Oh! And this is such a beautiful flank. But.
Last player
Oh my
standing.
god! He didn't get any!
Zen nearly
Wow.
nearly holding down the site all on his lonesome, but ultimately 7-point revenants, as you called it. The flank did not work
I
out.
can't believe he just mistimed that ult. And then by the time he got there, the two
Switching
players were
sides.
ahead. I really thought he was gonna have some huge impact there. Okay, now Revenant's looking up for this half. 7-5 going into attack, where I honestly expect them to be quite strong. And it's looking difficult for the side of Corey. They really need this pistol, leaving that up. But I'm interested in the setup though. They're leaving the B side pretty much empty.
Yeah, no, that's definitely interesting. And Revenant's taking the page out of their book, you know, going on a bit of. Oh, Zen with a banger shot. That was very fast. Could not have possibly caught that in time. That was incredibly rapid.
Wow. Take the swing and take off Law's head there.
Suddenly, the powerhouse for Revenant is gone. Still, though, YZL has been on a bit of a tear this series, and you know, honorable mention, absolutely. You know, Raccoon. You know, putting up numbers on the board here, and now let's see how the Killjoy off goes out though, or plays out.
Oh yeah, they're walking into the setup here.
Haunt is at the ready.
Tension. You could cut through it with the knife right now.
It's just so.
They're popping.
So much pressure here on Pixiu to perform with this pistol.
And he just didn't get anything, not even a lick of damage.
And on top of that, to add insult to injury, three inadvertently team flashes him. We'll pick up one as well.
Wow, Sneezer getting two, getting punished.
Standing.
And assault to YZL, but Joker will actually claim an elimination there.
Oh, and they, what did we take? Alright, definitely a needed pistol for the side of Koiku there.
Yeah, well played on their part.
Those defense wins tend to be few and far between on the map of whatchamacallit? Lotus. Looking for the word there. Okay. Hop in the next rounds. And this looks like a death ball here. 5 man running it down.
They don't really have a choice, do they?
I do like. Yeah.
But look at look at Zangetsu on the other side here with the heavy hitting shotgun. Oh, actually opting to reposition instead. You know, they're not sure of the engagement yet. Still though, Sneezera's ready. Sneezera wants to activate with pistol. Haunt coming through, enabling the skater to get up close and personal. Paranoia will unfortunately tag onto their own teammate, and Zangetsu with that shotgun around the corner, putting it to work. Law will pick up one in the meantime, but it's a 4v2, and Zangetsu with one, and Zen with the follow-up, ending the round, and we now equalize at 7-7.
And that, to me, is not a disappointing round for Evidence. You got Spike down, you got Guns down, and you got Shield up every single player.
And once again, I will say the rest of this half, despite Koikru winning both pistols, I will say the rest of this half does hinge on how well Revenants are going to play their first buy round. Especially considering that Koikru have I would say slightly weaker weaponry compared to last bonus round.
For sure, and this is what I've been talking about. I'm excited to see Revenant's attack side here. Their retakes have been good, and I cannot wait for this.
Side takes are probably even better.
One can hope. Zangetsu sitting in here with the Okay. Can we ban Zangetsu, please? This is the exact type of player that makes me so angry, even though I know it works so well. Just
Shotgun by
why,
the door.
man?
All
Why,
reliable. All reliable. You can't really fault him for playing like this, though.
I can't fault him, but I can get mad at him.
You know
Fuck.
what? I'm not even gonna try to argue with you there.
But you
Last
know what?
time-
Actually, Revenant's just going around that neon here, and yep,
And yeah,
nope.
Zen's as good as
Cut
gone.
out.
Zangetsu will also be eliminated in the meantime, and Spike will be planted. Sneezera now finally making an appearance towards B, and we see that Pixie is opting for the long flank, and Joker will immediately lose his life.
Oh.
And the Spectre from behind is
Alright.
good, but Law is up next to Bat. Funny considering Pixie has more of a melee that looks like a Bat, but the Vandal will be claimed, and the peak
Ooh.
is not quite good. 8-7 for
He-
Revenants.
He definitely had a chance there. They lined up for a second.
We do what we do. Get back to chilling.
Got me nervous. Hit that flick. Alright, now looking back towards the side of Koi Crew. Back with those guns. And I think with this... Oh no, this is our eco swing round. I don't know how I had my rounds confused. Definitely big for either team. Oh wait, what a setup! Hold on. On the side of Koi Crew, they've got 4 towards A and fast rotating.
Yeah,
Maybe
no.
a bit of miscommunication early round. I don't know. They get all 4 towards the back of A there.
Actually opting to be a bit more present on this map. And Minji will quickly take out Tree.
What a great
Joker-
impact field there.
Yeah, and Joker unfortunately will not be able to trade that out considering the smoke out. And here we see as well YZL and Sven got into a little bit of an altercation. Luckily no one was harmed. But that's not good for either side. Considering the stakes of this game.
Oh, and it's such a free take for the side of Revenants. I think you saw Pixie just starting to lean towards B, having suspicions, and
even
then
the
they got
Nanoswarm actually not getting any damage. Unfortunately, the alarm bot not really catching on considering I think he was just out of range. So really no way for the alarm bot to have any damage. Third invested as well as the Prowler, and Minji will be grabbing 3.
Wow.
And now it's all up to Sangetsu with his trusty Odin. And oh,
love the way Revenants are playing this.
maybe not so trusty when Sneezera just you know hits that peak, hits the peak.
Yeah, Zangetsu picking up anything but the Vandal.
Yep.
No, but I love the way Revenants has been playing this. It's sort of a slow pulling rotate style.
Mm-hmm.
And you even saw it on the C site. After getting that pick on B, they were expecting a full frontal hit so much that Pixie started leaning that way. And then they just waltz onto C site basically for free. Definitely oh! Whew. Why is he all down to 10 HP? I thought that was an off for a second.
Yeah, no, narrowly missing the headshot. Unfortunately, the Outlaw and Byron's kind of a little bit scuffed. Raccoon, though, on the other side of the map will be picking up Tree. In the meantime, that's 1 up for Revenants, and now we'll see 1 HP YZL as well as Drew. Actually, Thrash invested a little bit more healthy than the Gecko here. Not quite landing onto Zen, unfortunately. The lunge missed.
Yeah, I'm getting out.
And Joker will be eliminated. The Outlaw will not be able to fire off any shots for now. Reload force.
He's just trapped there. Yeah, it's a tough situation for Zen.
Yeah, Mosh
A
Pit.
beautiful rounds.
Mosh Pit and 2 more eliminations from the rest of Revenants, and now we're at 10 for the attacking side.
Revenants is kind of running away with this here. I mean, their attack half just looks so good. You know, everything's kind of working exactly as they want it to. Huh. Alright. Oh, sorry.
All
Back
good.
in this rounds. Revenant. Oh, I like what I'm seeing. Interesting map layout here.
What the hell is going on? What is this? What is this from the defense? They're not. They're nowhere near C. They're nowhere near B.
You should run.
They had a theory. Wait, this could go big here though. They're gonna have a triple coming out of door. Oh, spotted.
Pixie force back.
Sneezer. Oh, that's tough luck right there. Wait, but he's gonna be caught out. So an even trade. Now back on site. It's just KJ and she's pressured.
Last player standing.
Looking for one, can't find it. Oh! I don't know if we caught that on stream.
Honestly, I might have missed it myself, but
Minji we had a bit of a run and gun moment,
Oh,
you could say.
oh, okay, I see.
He full sprinted past Joker with the Vandal. And just kept firing. Did not stop. Get a replay on that one?
Man, when I figure out how to get instant replays, definitely 100%.
One day.
One day,
And-
one day.
Oh, a similar sort of idea with the double hold outside of B. They really want the space. Oh,
You know,
Alright,
now I
the
see.
pressure
Now I
applied.
see exactly what you're seeing since I decided to follow you and the observers. No, but look at Raccoon and Sneezera. Look at how far away they are from all the action, and look at all of
Oh,
Koi Crew
triple
funneling
A.
to exactly where they want them to be. Raccoon might be the next
Yeah.
engagement. What? Flush up?
There.
Reflexive
wonder
flick on the
if-
wall. Okay.
I think the play for evidence is here is to take B and then go through the door. Yep.
Yeah, Revenant gets one, and that's and another, and that's just
What
the
do we
cherry on
pick?
top. Joker up close here, getting
Just
quite a
Joker.
bit of damage, and the teleport is now committed. From the shadows is committed
These
from
right here.
from the shadows is committed from Minji. Tree with the pick, and Joker as well, making these those eco weapons shine like diamonds. Tree as well, once again with the judge. It's up to Sneezera here, up close. The spray betrays him. Zangetsu isn't even checking up here, and Tree will fall as well.
Last player standing.
And it's all up to YZL.
Someone's there. Get him, wingman.
What a chaotic sight take.
And the stun,
Hard to follow, frankly.
stun actually missed. The elevated surface working out for Zangetsu. And the next engagement is coming through. YZL will secure a 12 for Revenants. And we're on match point. We're on map point already.
Match point.
Yeah, Revenants after losing that pistol and the bonus have just ran away with this half 5 rounds in a row.
And what did I say? The first buy round always determines how, well, not always, but like at least for Revenants, their first buy round will determine the course of this match. And so far, my prediction has been correct. Unless Koi Crew can pull something out of nowhere like they did with Ascended.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough here. I mean, changing the setup around, prepping for this A hit. And actually, Revenants might be playing into it. I wonder if they'll choose to rotate after doing the KJ setup. No, getting the pick, Joker down. And the setup popped too early.
Pixie kind of forced to,
Wow.
Pixie kind of forced to use up all resources. Nightfall coming through. Tree can't hear a damn thing, but the shotgun up close will do the trick. Revenants is law running around and spraying and somehow landing a shot onto Pixie's head. Zen in the back as well. Will trade Outlaw, and we're now in a 3v3.
One enemy remaining.
The Hollow will come through, and it's just up to Zangetsu.
Yep.
Sneezera, though, will claim the final elimination as well as the map. Wow, that was honestly pretty good from both sides. Well played from both sides. I liked seeing all the plays that have unfolded. Any final thoughts before we go into a quick break?
I think the future is bright for Revenants there. Their attack half was nearly flawless past the pistol. You know, it's makes me very curious about what they can do on other maps.
Honestly, I really thoroughly enjoyed watching them pop off with with actual rifles. But definitely, I have a feeling that them not winning pistols is going to come back to bite them.
Could cost for sure.
Yeah, it definitely could cost them, especially later on into the tournament. But that is left to be seen. We will be back after a short break.
All right, welcome back. Second map here.
We're gonna be playing on Haven. We've got Koi Crew again versus Revenants. Second map.
All right, well, oh wait, hold on. Tree's hovering arena, and I'm terrified. Say it ain't so.
I'm noticing some of these comps that we've seen so far haven't been exactly what I've expected. It's kind of nice. Just most of the tournaments that you'll see like on stream and televised, it's all like very set in stone for the most part, like what they do. So it's nice seeing some unpredictable stuff. Really excited to see what we're gonna get from both sides here. We got a double initiator actually on the side of Revenants. I've actually played a comp of that before, that exact comp on my team, if I remember it correctly. So
Yeah,
this will be very interesting to see.
Over on the side of Revenants, they're running a similar comp to what they run on Lotus with the Neon Jet. It's not Revenants, Quaker, sorry. They're running that Neon Jet again. I'm not exactly what I expected on this map. I expected maybe a Neon, but not the same thing as Lotus.
I mean, it is a 3-site map. I mean, it's not the same as Lotus, but like I would imagine to some degree, what works on one 3-site map, at least mobility-wise and like space-taking-wise, would somewhat apply to other maps like that. But I'm excited to see. We've seen Zangetsu on quite a bit of Neon so far. I'm excited to see how this will work out. I can't say that I've seen a ton of Neon on Haven, but I mean, usually you would want to have some kind of character with a little bit more mobility, like vertically at least, just because of Heaven. But we do have the Jet on both sides, so I guess that's to be expected.
Yeah, I think the real strength of Neon on especially 3-site maps is the fast rotates. If she can sprint across the map so fast.
That's true, especially with the if they have her play on the B side or even somewhere closer towards a middle point, maybe in one of the lanes. Maybe on Link potentially. But it looks like she's going to be towards C side, which is interesting. That's not really, you're not going to get too much benefit from the rotation potential there from the Neon. But they might be planning a rush play here actually with the Omen to support her. And starting out, we've got a little bit of a default play here from the attacking team, with the bomb actually left in a pretty open spot. Zen immediately picking off Raccoon, punishing that peek there. And backing off, not really eager to get traded too much.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot from Zen. Really difficult for the attack here now.
The bomb is still down, actually, and there's a little bit of a dangerous peek here from the breach on the window, peeking the 2 players, and his shots do not connect. Zen gets a second.
What a nice shot there. Yeah, wow, so much impact, even across the map with the Sheriff.
And Caesar's ready to take out Gecko as he jump peeks, but Tree is able to flip that around and actually punish the Cypher there for pushing up a little too far. And it looks like it's going to end potentially on a B hit here, but all the players are actually ready for it, and they're pushed into a corner.
Yeah, that's it. Wow. Alright,
I think, honestly, I've never been a huge fan of default plays on pistol round. I was joking with one of my friends earlier in the production chat, and I'm like, I just say, just hit a sight. Like, on pistol round, you have such little utility. That is unless you're just buying it, I guess, and not buying a ghost. But usually it seems to play out better to just kind of take one of these sites and push it. And usually it ends up being the more enclosed sites, such as B. But I just didn't really pan out for them there because they hit it so late into the round. They'd already lost so many people.
Yeah, and I mean, I think a default definitely can work, but what are you going to do when Zen hits 2 crazy impact kills like that? Now the whole team here. Oh, that's
Cesara taking out Zangetsu with the classic there, but he does manage to pick off 1 before he's dropped. And that's all 4 players heading to the C site. Cypher's going for the plant, and Breach is pushing up just a little bit, but not too eager to move too far away from the rest of his team. Minji's
Alright, Omen-
exchanging some gunfire here. Oh, I'm sorry, not Minji, the Joker. And then we've got Tree as well as Pixiu pushing up from spawn. And they're just kind of all over the place here right now. Only one person left to clutch, and that is Tree. Can she do it? And unfortunately, no. Going to fall to the Bucky shot. Right to the chest.
What a great eco there. You saw, first of all, I think what really made the round winnable there was Zangetsu dropping that Bucky, getting that first kill. It gave them that
Yeah,
hope
it's
that maybe we can win, you know? And I mean,
look,
that's because Bucky between the judge, you know? Is that the judge?
No, I
he might
agree.
call those kills.
This goes here.
I agree. Bucky's definitely it's a weapon that playing an angle like that. I mean, if you're on a neon, you can somewhat get out of it, but it didn't really work out for Zangetsu there. And losing your anti-eco round after winning pistol is definitely gonna hurt them a lot going into the next few rounds. Much weaker buy here on the side of Koi Crew. Several rifles on the side of Revenants, and Pixiu here is a little bit of a dangerous position. Kind of a one and done angle to might run into Law. Law's
Yeah, but what
picking
if-
up, sees the
Good
tripwire.
And
Yeah, not eager to walk into the tripwire yet.
Oh,
Oh, the rig did not see it. That must not have been called out. And they're all flooding into the sun. Now, Law picks up Zen,
Player standing.
and players on Koi Crew just dropping like flies at this point. Only Zangetsu is left in the backside, in their spawn, to clutch. And there's not really a lot you can do here. Going against 5 players with a Stinger, but he picks off one, picks off Minji, and now he's running away, trying to get to some cover, trying to avoid Sneezera, who's right hot on his trail.
yeah, your goal now for Zangetsu is either just to save or get a little of the damage here, and surely it's the damage with only the Stinger. Expecting some pushes there.
Yeah, if we can get this kill on Sneezera and deny that rifle, that could help a lot. But shots do not connect, unfortunately. It's not exactly an advantageous fight either, but kind of a rock and a hard place, so to speak, for Zangetsu there.
This is a nice.
Going into the 4th round, we're gonna have what looks like a full buy on the side of Revenants here, with the exception of Minji, who's bought by a teammate. And Koi Crew are hurting a little bit here. What do you think this eco is looking like going into the next few rounds?
I mean, I think Koi Crew. It's interesting choice to force up this round. Going for a bit of a weird buy with the Marshals and Spectres. I don't know if I love this.
It's definitely a risk.
It's a risk, and I don't think it's gonna work out. Especially with those when you're forcing a half buy, that's when you really should just be saving.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty broke if they don't manage to clutch out this round. And they're not exactly in a huge round deficit, which begs the question, why force this buy? Why spend all your money on a half buy going up against basically a full buy from the opponent team? But can they make it work? 4 players pushing into the site now. Bakuman's in a good position, Zen's in a good position, but unfortunately Zen is not able to make use of that. Zangetsu with the Odin on Heaven
Spike planted.
sees Raccoon, but is not able to capitalize on it either. Great flank from Joker, and we also have Gecko kind of stuck on the site. Tree drops down,
Enemy remaining.
Law spots them drop down, and now it's just up to Joker, who's now teleporting behind Law. And I think Law may have seen that coming,
Oh
unfortunately.
yeah, great round from Law there, getting those 3, and a very successful hit from Revenants.
And we'll crush it.
I
Is that
think
another
that's weird.
force buy from Koi Crew?
Oh no, why are we doing this? Don't. I think Koi Crew is maybe getting a little bit desperate here. I mean, think about it. They're a round down, and they do not want to start letting this game slip. But no,
But
luckily for us, they're kind of going back to that pistol Marshall Sheriff buy, so...
You
Should
really
be good
have
for
to
next one.
be. I agree. You really have to be prepared to lose some rounds to win later on, because you can't just rush in with a half buy every round and expect anything to work in your favor. A little bit of a body block there from Zangetsu, and Minji does manage to pick him off through the smoke, but the deagle is recovered. And it looks like Revenants will be taking that elimination and backing off. Great map control here. They're all the way up to B site and haven't really lost any lobby space either in their spawn. It looks like Sneezera here is kind of waiting for an opening potentially from a rotating player from Koi Crew. Might be able to even out the numbers even further. Or rather, tilt the numbers in their favor.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it looks like we have this this rather risky angle here from Pixiu again. Zagetsu's peeking, getting close to the edge, and he is spotted by Sneezera, but the gunshot goes wide and misses.
I know exactly.
And looks like Sneezera has made up for his mistake with that first shot, and they are now
Yeah.
fully taking the B side, planted the bomb, and Quaker is kind of spread out everywhere.
And they're
Not
gonna
really-
push in further into these marshals too. This is gonna be such a tough retake for Tree getting the first there. And
Really just there's no advantageous position here for Koi Crew after that side take, and
Wow.
they kind of just get ran down by the attacking team.
yeah, that's really Revenant's strength, is their site takes. It's just a stampede to the site, and if you challenge them, simply you die.
This is a nice spot.
We really need to see some kind of call from the coach here potentially on Koi Crew to figure out what can they do to get some momentum back. What can they do to get some rounds on the board, because they're currently down 1-4, and their economy. This is gonna be their first full buy in a while actually. Coming off of a save round, they really need to make this round count. They can't afford to lose it.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing here though. Inside of Quick Crew, trying to.
I'm maybe having an
Sort of
issue with
taking
my
it.
camera here. It's currently stuck on. There we go. Now it's moving.
There you go.
And it looks like
Okay.
we have a little bit of a almost a lurk here from Raccoon pushing up into sewer. Pixie on site. He's got a whole tripwire. He's got a net set up for these people as they come onto site. Will he be able to hold it? That's a lot of util for one person to deal with. And it actually ends up being taken out by the aftershock. That's 3 players that could get hit by this Sova ultimate. Unfortunately, it misses Zangetsu
Getting the
with the
first.
trade. With 2.
Seconds. Tries to
Oh.
third. Cannot.
Raccoon shuts them down, but Zen is
Down
still a
to
force to
Zen.
be reckoned with on this site. Caesar is in a great position here to peek off of his teammate, but will he?
Can you win this? No. Law. Catching the timing there on him. And again, that's what I talked about. As you saw Pixu on there on the backside, there was nowhere for him to run. As the second he got pressured out and you saw Law coming up and scooping that kill right up. I mean, that was just picture perfect hit there from Revenants.
Yeah, there's really nothing to be done here, at least during the site take. It seems as if they're almost unstoppable. They really need to figure out a way to retake the site potentially afterwards. I don't really know what else there would be to do against a take that strong. Looks like it's going to be Joker here on the site by himself, peeking down long into 3 players. And he's not going to take that risk. The jet knives are popped from Law. Dash is ready. Updraft and dash onto sites. But Joker is waiting. Teleports into the corner. Will they notice him? And they most definitely do.
Oh,
Zangetsu in the corner behind the box. Gets
what
one.
a wave.
Yeah,
He's
forced to back off.
Right, goes wide.
Weaker weapon here on Tree. Not really able to take too many fights from such a long range against these rifles. He might be hoping that they push into Garage here while her teammates are rotating around. Zen gets picked off. Pixiu's last one. 2 kills for Pixiu. 1v1 from the Cyphers. And Caesar closes out the round.
Boy, so close there from Pixie. That was an insane spray down. For a minute there, I thought he would have the kill on Sneezer there, too.
Yeah, no, I think Caesar was just out of view for Pixiu behind
Yeah.
the box.
I mean, there's not much to comment about on that round. It was so chaotic on the C site.
It's hard to keep up with. Just these site takes are so fast and so explosive. A genuine display of coordination here from Revenants on their site takes. Just the amount of util being dumped, and purposefully at that, to just flush out these players and really make them uncomfortable. Zen with the first pick onto Sneezera, and the Cypher is eliminated. They have no flank watch anymore. All the trips are down. But Pixiu here on the A side, he hears players pushing up long. A little bit of a risky angle. He seems to like these sort of one and done angles. They don't really have any sort of escape. But the rest of the team's quickly arriving. Pixiu manages to get one, but is traded by Raccoon.
Player standing.
Tree.
Wow.
Law.
A.
2 kills for Law. Law versus Joker, but Joker
No.
does manage to take the kill and secure the round. Second round on the board for Koi Crew, and a much needed win at that.
I mean, that was an insane flick from Tree. from one kill straight to the next, and obviously the individual moments went back in there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely been some very very good shots from both teams so far. But as we saw before, you know, just getting numbers up on the board isn't enough to win the round. You have to get the bomb down. You have to defuse it. There's just so much more to the game than just being able to shoot people. And I think it's going to come down to who has the better utility use, at least in a organized environment like this. And so far, that has been Revenant's dominantly. But Zen and Caesara takes the shot on Zen, lands a shot, second kill for Caesara. He's all the way up into B site. He's completely split their defense.
Yeah, now you're gonna see what is it? Koi Crew here getting pincered. It's just Tree on his lonesome, and he can't
Tree
take
cannot
that.
hold the site by himself or by herself. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the site has completely fallen under the control of Revenant. Zagetsu is left alone to try and clutch this round against 2 ultimates, but he does have his overdrive available. But I think he's going to opt to save it here for another round.
I do wonder how many he might get.
Oh, the trigger discipline!
Yeah,
He turns around right at the wrong time. Oh, and the teleport.
Okay, a good 2. I mean,
That's still good impact, but
yeah.
we really need to see something here. It's gonna be very tough coming back. Now, to be fair, it is an attacker-sided map, but this is a pretty large round deficit. We really need to see something from Koi Crew here to kind of shift the momentum in their favor, get them a few rounds on the board. And their buy is also looking pretty light once again, as they're not able to fully afford a full buy for their whole team. It's going to be a bit of a mixed buy. We got a Ghost and a Light Shield with the two players with a full buy. So maybe some kind of hero play done here with those rifles to try and secure some more weapons for the rest of the team. And we've got 4 players leaning towards the A site. Once again, Pixiu and Zen are both on the side holding it down together. Can they stop this rush? Zen only with a Marshal though.
Oh, Pixiu!
Pixiu gets one through the smoke with the Ghost.
Ooh. He's gonna take this.
It's gonna peek into 3 players looking away. He gets 1.
Spike down A.
Has a rifle now. Gets 2.
And he got 3
kill.
That's it.
Oh, that was insane from Pixiu. And now the Breach is left by himself. YZL in a 1v4. And Zagetsu gets the last kill.
That's just not happening. Crazy round from Pixiu. Not having much impact on Lotus and definitely bringing it back here. Those chips have been doing so much.
Definitely, and that was a hugely needed round for Koi Crew. They really need to get some more rounds on the board, and that might give them the momentum they need to push this even further. But they are going to be going up against quite a few ultimates from the opposing team. We have both the Breach ultimate for taking site. We have a Sova ultimate potentially for post plant, and we're not looking as good as far as Koi Crew's ultimates here. So it could be a tough round if those come into play. We don't really have anything to counter either one of those. Zagetsu here in a close angle. Joker picks up Raccoon in sewer. Zagetsu here in the corner takes up Caesara. Tree takes out Law, and all of a sudden it is 2 players, 4 Revenants against an entire team from Koi Crew.
Yeah, wow, those picks, I mean, getting isolated and just going the way of Koi Crew there. I think it was definitely a break from Revenant's usual style of going for these fast-paced hits, and it didn't work out for them as well as those fast-paced hits have been. No, maybe
you gotta wonder if maybe their coach was, or one of their players, their IGL was thinking, hey, maybe they've adapted to what we're doing here, and we should try something different, but it's really not working out. 2v5, now 3 of the players are quite low. This is definitely winnable, but it doesn't look like they're too eager to take fights. Koi Crew, however, have no qualms about that. Absolutely sending it all the way into mid, but thankfully there's no one there waiting for them. But it's looking like Tree here might be searching for a pick. And will she get caught with her back turned to the players in spawn? And it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're content to just wait out the round timer and keep their rifles.
Yeah, solid save here.
It's a solid save for sure, because the economy is now looking a lot more in Koi Crew's favor. They really can't afford to lose both of these weapons on their team, and they do have the breach ult going into next round. So that could also be very impactful here. And I think we're just gonna let the timer run down. Tree is coming back though. I think Tree is gonna get seen here.
Oh,
but they're not gonna go for it.
No,
Not go for the pick. That's
I mean-
definitely very disciplined play there from the side of Revenants.
Yeah, I mean, Koi Crew getting it back to a decent 4, making sure the future of this game is still winnable for them. You know.
Yeah, and it's looking almost as if we have a bit of a we have the operator on Zen. It'll be nice to see a jet up. I don't know how many times we've seen the operator actually come out so far in the tournament. Hasn't seemed to be a particularly chosen weapon, but let's see
Yeah,
what
I
kind of
think it's-
damage Zen can do here on the A site. He's actually got 5 players heading down long towards him potentially if they decide to commit to this. But he's actually holding sewer. He's waiting for the player to push up sewer. He knows they're there. He heard the util. But Raccoon's not too eager to peek this either. None of the players from Revenants really seem to want to push into A quite yet. I think they're waiting on their Cypher towards the mid to maybe get a pick and draw some players rotating. And Sneezera is peeking out here. Oh, Law falls to the operator. And Zen actually has a rifle as a backup here. And that's actually 2 players down on the side of Revenants. Caesar's lurk seemingly failing here. And there goes the ultimates. Another one of their famous rush site takes. But the Gecko
Oh.
catches 2!
What
That
a
is 2
great
players
grab
detained.
there.
It's only up to Menji. Menji is the only man standing.
And Zen collecting both, and now it's, yeah, just Minji there.
Menji's
Taking
not
the
letting this
outback
go
up.
without a fight. Zen picking back up the operator. Looks like
mean,
Menji's
30
going to take
seconds
the bomb
left.
over to the B site potentially.
Yeah, Minji, he definitely could just run over to C or wherever he wants. He's got these 2 players pinned.
Taking the plant to bait out Zen. But Zen's aware. Zen's holding the angle. He knows he didn't stick the plant. And ever so slowly,
Yeah, but he's
Pixie was
gonna-
wrapping around. Running out of time for Minji here.
Oh,
And Zen
what a
with 4
shot.
kills to clutch out the round. 5 on the board for Koi Crew. Great comeback, giving us a 5 and 7 half.
Switching sides.
So what kind of offense do you think we'll see here from Koi Crew now that they've swapped sides? Empty? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. It's definitely not. They don't have the same, at least not in my opinion. I don't see the same explosive potential here as they're lacking a breach. The only initiator they really have is their Gecko. Not a lot of utility besides the Gecko and maybe the
Oh.
Omen blind here to force people off of site. I think that's a bit of a ritual going on in spawn here.
Yeah.
Imagine a good luck ritual on the side of Koi Crew. And they're actually all
Man.
together in spawn here.
I wonder if they're expecting some aggression from Revenants. I would be too. This is generally Revenants' playstyle, is to get up in your face a little.
Definitely a smart play potentially here.
And oh my god. C site's near the end. See, but suddenly you see 3 players rotating over there. Getting pinched from A.
Oh, look at Law. He's all the way up in their spawn.
Yeah,
with his
no.
Sova. Zera nearly making it out with his life, but there's so much util on this man. Can he stay alive? The trip, he
Oh my
gets 2!
God.
Raccoon, Minji, Zera. Players are dropping all around the map. And it's just Law and Raccoon left. And Joker falls.
Wow.
An 8th round on the board for Revenants.
Felt like there, by the time Koi Crew really got started, they were already getting wrapped and pinched from every direction.
No, I think it was definitely a side effect of them spending just a little bit too long in spawn, potentially waiting for some aggression that just never ended up coming out from Revenants here. Instead, they opted for a slow, methodical lurk, and it paid off. And it's looking like Koi Crew might actually be mirroring one of Revenant's strats here with the Cypher leaning towards mid and 4 players in the A lobby. They might run into Law. He's got a stinker. What's he gonna do with this? Sees the breach. The breach utility pops. Caesar picks off Pixiu in mid.
And another one of the explosive hits from Revenants. Might be get the amigo here, but
Law drops tree,
Oh wait.
making great use of the stinger. And there's now a danger lurking in sewer who cannot be overcome. They're not able to clear out Law, and it's just Zengetsu left. All of his teammates are dead, and they haven't even eliminated any of the opponents. He's got to take the bomb as far away as he can.
What a great pre-take, which is, you know, it's just interrupting them in the middle of that plant.
Yeah, they
Um,
absolutely
for any
flooded
space.
into the site, almost reversing the site take, turning it into a post plant in the middle of the plant.
Now it's just Zengetsu getting a plant down. Will be some extra money for next rounds.
Knifing the Cypher camera, extra style points right there for Zengetsu, but he's gonna get caught by the breach utility, and unfortunately YZL will take him down.
Yeah, Zengetsu just trying his best.
I mean, what else can you do there though? Your whole team has been dropped on site, and you have the bomb all the way on the other side with nothing but a classic. There's not really a lot to do there. I think getting the bomb down was definitely a good play. And just looking at the buy here, it's looking like it did in fact pay off because Zengetsu's team here, Koi Crew, gonna have a very strong buy going in. Full rifle buy, full armor, utility, and the Revenant's not looking as good. They're having to do a bit of a half buy here. Now they do have the money for a full buy, but they seem to be opting to save in favor of potentially building up their economy for the next 2 rounds, which, considering the way the board is, it makes sense.
Uh-oh, wait, this position of Minji might net him a kill.
Oh, Cinzera drops to Zengetsu.
Zengetsu with the areas. Wait, what the hell am I saying? Sorry, Zengetsu with the Phantom there.
And looks like Zengetsu's pushed all the way up onto C site, fully taking the site for his team. The bomb is going down. The Raccoon is here in garage, but do they know that Joker is waiting for them just outside in mid? But Joker is looking the wrong way. And YZL is pushing up through the smoke here. Must have heard some of the players jumping around on site. Pulls out his flash. They're getting ready for a play here. Raccoon manages to pick off Joker, looking the wrong way. And now they're executing. They're pushing out onto site. The util's falling down. Raccoon getting 3.
On for the ace if you. Oh. YZL taking that away. Now it's just down to the 1v1. And Zengetsu has this long range Vandal. Oh. Looks like there's just not enough time for YZL.
Yeah, YZL opting not to
leave.
stick the bomb.
Yeah, that's...
I would have loved to have seen the smoke last a little longer there, because I don't think we've seen a direct consequence of the new ping changes to the game. It would have been nice to see, you know, how easy it was for Zengetsu to spam that out, but the smoke dropped, so there wasn't really any need to. And him jumping around in front of YZL was enough to deter the sticking of the bomb. What do we think about this buy from Revenants here on the defense side? We've got.
I mean, this would I be banging on Ascent, honestly. That Odin and the Operator.
Yeah, the Odin's interesting. Looks like they're trying to lock down the C side here with this Operator and spamming out the window so that Cinzera can actually push up and take some space mid. We got a jump peek coming here from YZL out of the doors. Really? But does he spot the 3 players lurking out mid? And he falls. 3 kills for Minji!
Wow!
Quickly dropping through with a spray transfer. Headshots. Joker in the corner. Omen versus Omen. But Minji opts to back off. The spike is down in mid. No need to risk his life.
Cover going out.
Yeah, what
like
happened there? I'm curious. And now it's just maybe even a save from Koi Crew. I mean, what other option do you have? And overall, that round came in really interestingly, you know, like...
Oh, the Odin spam. They might catch Joker here. Oh, he sees the top of his head through the wall. Just over the top corner there. And it looks like Zengetsu is taking a little bit of Stardew Valley gameplay here and farming some ult orbs, but I can't really blame him. There's not a lot to do here. You're up against an Operator and Odin, pretty much a full buy from the enemy team. Very similar to the last round that he was in. You gotta feel for Zengetsu here, getting put in these impossible situations, but it looks like he's actually gonna try to push out here and get some kills. Slowly clearing the angles. With the spot Cinzera, he takes down Cinzera. Minji with the ace.
Oh, wow. An amazing last shot there.
Yeah, great shot from Minji. Great push up from Minji there. Just absolutely stopping their mid push. I mean, if you're on Koi Crew's side here, what would you be doing? What would you be thinking? I mean, they're not going to be able to get anything of any real value here on their buy. They're going to be forced to save again, and they really need these rounds so it doesn't get close to match point. You got Raccoon doing the spam again. Oh, Zen almost catches him.
Yeah, that looks so close. And I do like this workout from Koi Crew.
Right there.
But, you know, it looks like Revenants might have to read on this.
Yeah, they definitely have the positioning for it.
YZL getting that first on the cipher. Minji?
One enemy remaining.
Waiting for
Only one left. It's Joker.
Yeah, wow. Just
Ah.
shut down trying to get into that.
Flawless anti-eco for Revenants. And there's really not a lot you can do there on a round like that, just going against such a stronger buy. But I think a full rush B was the play, but unfortunately it was just read by Revenants. They knew what was coming, and they were positioned perfectly to capitalize on it.
Yeah, really. Oh wait, and I think maybe Quake recognizing that Revenants have been leaving his A side alone a little bit. Maybe going to go in and try and capitalize off of that. I don't know how well it's gonna work though, because yet again you see Sneezera holding on the site.
Oh, the dash from Zen, he's pushing out on site, but some of the utils falling a little bit short, not managing to clear out Sneezera, and by the time that they're on site, the rest of the team has arrived to pull out war
Yes,
on
Sneezera.
site. Only Joker is left, and he gets spammed with the Odin.
Sneezera has done his job on site. Got the 2, got the stall. A
Beautiful stall
round
from
two.
Sneezera. Beautifully played. I just... If that breach aftershock had landed just a little bit further back, or not the breach aftershock, I'm sorry, the stun, it didn't quite catch him as they were pushing onto site, and ultimately allowed him just to kind of stay back there as a barrier, preventing their further push. And looks like Law might be setting up here for, is this another operator location?
Need a drop. Thanks.
It is. Law is going for another op play on the C site. And Koi Crew are kind of just following each other around right now. They may be trying to figure out which site to hit. It looks like it's going to be another rush on the A site, potentially. And the spam coming out onto window with the Odin, onto mid, but there's really no one there to be caught by that. And they've already almost run out completely onto site. Oh, and the breach ult from YZL, the aftershock, the Sova ult. There's so much util being dumped on these poor people.
Yeah,
And there
wow.
comes the Gecko ult from Tree.
Quite
Can they
looking
find anybody?
Quake looks way better on that hit. Sneezera though!
Down A.
A quick
from
deal
Sneezera.
for third.
One enemy
Gets the
remaining.
dink.
Oh, it's only up to Zangetsu,
And
but he can't clutch.
that's the game.
Defenders win.
Wow. That was overall just a beautiful display of good attack rounds and good takes for Evidence, and that's gonna take them. I believe maybe is that guaranteed playoffs for Evidence now?
I'd have to check, but that is their second. They are still undefeated so far for Revenants.
Wow. Well, congrats to Revenants locking in
Revenants-
playoffs.
So consistent, doing so well across all their maps, consistently showing up, and yeah, just an incredibly. It seems like a well-practiced team. They know how to use the utility together. They know how to do their site takes. The lurks have been on point. Sneezera there, just absolutely destroying their backline after they take in the site and really guaranteeing the round in the favor of Revenants. Just in a minute, we will be back and we'll be pulling up for the post-game interview.
Hello, everyone. That was honestly a pretty exciting conclusion to the series. RVN take it 2-0, still undefeated in this tournament. As of now, actually, yeah, 6 maps to 0. What's it called? Brooke, do you have any thoughts before we move on to interview our MVPs?
I'm just impressed at the level of consistency from Revenants so far. I mean, the first map was a little bit close, but for the second map, they were just absolutely dominating. The site takes were beautiful. The coordination with the utility, it was just impossible to stay on that bomb site as soon as their hit began. It was just really beautiful to see that level of coordination in the tournament, and it's really what we want to see. You know, when we're hosting an event like this, is just these teams with that level of coordination and that level of being, you know, they're just tight knit and they know how to play around each other.
Absolutely. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna get our first interviewee in here. Welcome, Minji. You are now live on stream. Say hi to chat.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, it's good to have you up here. And honestly, I'd like to specifically note your performance that last map, especially that ace on mid. How does it feel knowing that you are one of, let's say, like 5? I think one of 5 people to have hit an ace in this tournament series so far. You've just become the 5th. How do you feel?
I'm so happy to. I mean, I'm honored to be the fifth. And also, I want to shout out for my whole team. They set up for this. They set up the ace for me, especially my Minji duo knees. He said we push mid, and then we did, and I got the ace. Without
Yeah.
him, I'm not getting the ace. Shout out to him.
Yeah, no, shout out Sneeze indeed. Yeah, no, you guys definitely have, you know, you've shown so much like playmaking potential as a squad, and like I truly appreciate your. I mean, I can't stress this enough. Like I'm really enjoying your perfect run so far. And honestly, I I kind of joked about this off stream. It would be really funny. Excuse me. I really liked it so far, but still, what's it called? Are you look? I want to ask you like one simple question before I hand it off to Brooke. Are you looking forward to playoffs?
Yes,
Perfect.
very excited.
All right, Brooke. Anything you want to share with Minji?
Well, speaking of playoffs, you guys are officially the first team, I believe, to qualify for playoffs. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah, you guys are actually the first team. So yeah, with your guys' undefeated record, that has you guys have qualified for playoffs. Are you guys excited? Is there any teams that you're like really looking forward to playing against? You know, any
We're really excited. We really want to pick FLC. Like
FLC?
He's really good. Yeah, he's very good. Let's see if we can win against him.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be a great match to see if that comes around. And then also just like what do you guys think set your site takes apart from a lot of the other teams that we've seen this season? Do you guys just practice a lot? Like why is it always it just seems like all the util just goes down so smoothly and perfectly when you guys are taking the bomb site. Is that like I said, is that just a consequence of practicing, or what do you guys what would you say is the cause behind that?
I think it's mostly team cam. Like we're really close with each other. Like we really like each other. So like, yeah, it's just
So the
there.
vibes are there.
Yeah, vibes there, and we just know.
That's good.
All right. Well,
Cool.
thank you so much for being up here, Minji. Definitely appreciate you guys in the tournament once again. So all I ask is that you guys have a great time for the rest of the tournament, and we will be seeing you next week. So
Wait, can I
yeah.
say
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
something? Okay. I want to shout out for my whole team. Law, Raccoon, Zera, YCL. I love all you. I love all of you. Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much. That's very wholesome. But yes, thank you. But yeah, thank you so much once again. Take care.
Alright, thank you.
All right, and now I'm joined by unfortunately the first team out of the tournament. Hi Tree, how you doing?
We're doing okay.
Okay, okay. I know it's a little bit of a bummer that like your tournament life is being cut so short. But honestly, like the first thing I want to tell you guys is I appreciate you participating once again. You know, it's always a treat to have you guys play. A lot of you, you know, a lot of you are really good players, and honestly, it's again like I yeah, no, I always appreciate you guys playing, and you all tried your best, and that's always amazing. But the only thing I wanted to ask you is, and I know this is kind of open ended, but do you feel like you have a message for your team, for you know maybe next time when you join the next Valorant, the Valorant event?
Message, I guess, is just to like play more together, make time to like practice together. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, plain and simple, very nice. Still, Brooke, did you have anything specific you wanted to know from Tree?
I did have one question. Yeah. So the first match was quite close, up until a certain point, and then the second match, it seems like you guys are struggling a little bit more. What do you think changed? What do you think was it just the map itself was less familiar to you guys, or was there some kind of was it getting late? What do you think happened there?
I think it was the fact that I guess we like kind of lost morale in like second game. We're like, okay, let's just play it out. Let's just go through it, get over with.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's sad to hear. But you
No,
guys
it's all
played
good.
great, and we look forward to having you guys here at our next event, whenever that ends up being. And yeah, thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you.
All right, you take care, Tree. Tell everyone on your team I wish them best of luck for the future.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.
See ya.
Oh my goodness, I nearly just I meant to hit disconnect, but I hit kick. Anyway, with that, the first day of week 2 of Radiant Return has concluded. I will now be hosting, or I will now be raiding someone who is actually the third streamer in a charity try stream. I hope you will support their cause. I hope you'll support them. They're streaming for a very good cause, for charity as usual, and that's always something that I've been fond of doing myself. You know, considering I also attempted to make or obviously raise some cash for charity last tournament, but still, I hope you'd at least stick around and support whatever they're doing, and I hope you guys have a great night.